Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoa, whoa! We finally made it back. Ooh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that before the show.
You started already.
I did not see that before.
Yeah, repeat on the way.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
I respect you for coordinating.
All right. Don't like the energy
I respect the coordination.
today.
We respect the coordination. The NBA season is here, and we are locked in for the next 8 months. How everybody doing today?
Great. It's a great day.
Fantastic.
It's a great day for basketball.
Great day. Banner day. Banner night.
Second game. We're locked in for the second game of the evening. But nonetheless, this is Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. As always, we got the legend Gilbert Arenas here with us. Yeah, we see you in the Lakers gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, purple, gold. You already know what time it is. As we defend our in-season tournament championship. And look to raise another banner in Los Angeles as well. We got 4-time WNBA champ, 3-time WNBA Sheryl Swoopes back up in here. Girl, you got too many accolades.
You can never have too many.
4-time WNBA champ, 3-time WNBA MVP. It's a lot.
I'd love to hear it, though.
It's a lot to say.
Okay.
And we appreciate you. We know you didn't want the Lynx or the Liberty to win.
Either.
But either way.
But I have green. I have green and black.
Okay, so
It kind of represents both of those teams.
we're gonna keep New York off your.
Or Boston.
There we go.
I'm saying.
There it is.
We got none other than Cemetery Larry, Rashad McCants back in the arena.
Represent the Houston Rockets. Red
The
and
sound
black.
effecting.
I'm Larry. You're gonna see a lot of Larry.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a lot of Larry.
A lot of red.
You're gonna see a lot of
Thankfully,
Larry.
in Woodland Hills, we good. We out of harm's way. And WNBA champ Lexie Brown is back here with us. Repping her Boston Celtics. That's
Current
respect,
champs.
though. That's
Defending
new season.
champs.
There is no champion.
With my help.
Defending.
With my help, of course.
And
No.
Of course.
you guys had a major offseason loss. And Cemetery Larry took his talent to the Knicks.
It's gonna be devastating for them.
we will see.
It's gonna be
See
traumatizing.
tonight.
Time will
Literally.
tell. Okay.
They're playing against who?
The Knicks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shad, do you have any sadness with your former favorite team taking on your current favorite team?
No.
Okay. You shifted. You still got respect for those guys?
First game of the season, we ain't putting no pressure on nobody.
Okay. For sure.
Because you know you're
We ain't putting no
Because
pressure
you know
on
you're
nobody.
about to lose.
I can change my team any minute. You better play good.
We got a lot to get into today, but for all the fans out there, we still have 2 viewing options for you, our traditional version and a mobile vertical version. Pick whichever one you want to watch. Just make sure you support our show. Here's what's cracking in the arena today. Joe Mazzulla says the Celtics have no pressure to defend their title this season, but will Boston become the first team to go back-to-back since the Warriors in 2018? We all know the answer, and it's not yes. Joel Embiid and Paul George are both out for the season opener against the Bucks. How concerned should the Sixers be about the health of their 2 veteran stars?
Wow.
Oh, brother.
There's that process. That process. Oof.
Process meat.
It process me. All right.
The process is
And LeBron is coming off an all-NBA season, but how much should we expect to see King James on the court in year 22? And how much should we expect to see Prince James as well? We might get a little bit of that today. Tune into that second quarter is what they say. But before we get out all that, as always, the show is brought to you by Underdog. Go ahead, download the app, use promo code GIL. Get up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pick'em. And you already know Underdog got you covered with a new special every day in October. NBA season tips off tonight, and to celebrate, apply a 20% profit boost token to every NBA-only entry you make from now until October 27th. Check your lobby for the unlimited NBA profit boost tokens. Head over to the Underdog app, use promo code GIL, and you get $1,000 in bonus cash and a new promo every single day this month. And as always, we do MostlyFans at the end of every show. If you drop a good question in the chat with your Underdog Fantasy username, we use it on this program. $50 bonus to your account if you send us a video at mostlyfansgil@gmail.com. And we use that on the show. You get a $100 bonus. And if one of us happens to slip up and say the N-word, you get $100 as well. So make sure you're monitoring in the chat.
Your N-word count is very high.
Gil's already paid his debt, Rashad.
I feel like they put it in for me specifically.
Gil, you have an extra one
Y'all
because
had a powwow about it. You didn't.
you gave $1,500 out. You only have $1,400 to pay. So you have a freebie.
You were overruled.
Yeah.
Oh, you gave $1,500.
So So higher, lower, 0.5 inward
I feel
from
like
Gil on the
that
show
I
today.
didn't get mine.
Higher, for sure.
Okay, higher. We're going higher.
I'll go to the chat.
I gave you the Cash App.
Air Swoopes 22, did the bread land?
I ain't get it.
The bread did not land. Okay.
Nope.
If you can't watch the show live with us on YouTube, we got audio versions available on Apple,
Wait, what
Spotify,
is it?
wherever you get your podcast.
Yeah. You thought I was just
Yeah,
like,
you're still a little short. You got to go ahead and pay your debts, as the young kids say. But
No, you should have got it there.
did you really send it?
Yeah, it should have went in there.
hey, somebody.
That's not mine, though.
Uh-oh.
Did he run into the
Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot see it, but off screen as a reminder,
That was a tragedy.
sometimes the glass
I
is
just
real
heard
clean.
it.
And I
I
done
just
happened to
heard
me
it.
about 3 times.
Did you see it?
Yes.
That's somebody's. It ain't mine.
Oh,
You did send it.
We had a legend step in the building, did not realize the glass was there. I've done it about 3 or 4 times. You heard that loud thud.
I've told them that before.
That was
I did that one.
funny.
Like,
Call the ambulance. Call the ambulance.
when I
That's
first,
a very clean glass door.
We have a clean glass door. Sometimes you may walk into
Did
it.
it
I
too?
did it.
Gonna
It's not
walk
that
through
hard.
Hey,
though.
I did
That
it.
shit.
Boom. Like, oh, okay. But I respected the cleaning crew. I couldn't even be mad.
Got a nice
I'm like, whoever
forehead
is cleaning that glass, you're doing a hell of a
print.
job.
LOL.
So we're going to do a special underdog higher lower to kick off this season. So with the first 2 games of the season tonight, we got to get these underdog pick'ems going. So we're going to go around the couch and get one pick'em from everybody that they like. This will make the Gills Arena pick'em for the night. So fade us or rock with us if you like the picks. Gil, let's start with you. LeBron James, higher or lower, 1.5 first quarter rebounds.
higher.
Do you think it's because the Timberwolves are going to be missing a lot of shots or because of the Lakers? We're not missing.
I guess at first quarter.
1.5.
Yeah, 1.5.
If he gets 2,
He'll get 3 rebounds in the first quarter.
He should.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sorry.
That's an easy
that's a
bet.
Gil's
That's
question.
an easy bet.
easy one, easy
Yeah,
one.
that's an easy one.
So Rashad, let's go with you. Karl Anthony Towns, higher or lower, 2.5 3-point field goals made for the game. This has a special boost attached to it for better odds.
Higher.
Cat's coming.
Wow.
Rashad, you previously said you like dogs, not cats. Prior to the trade.
Cats do what cats do.
Okay. But cats are on the prowl.
Shoot threes. Cats shoot threes. Dogs in the paint.
Dogs are in the paint.
Dogs in the paint, cats shoot threes. Cats
Cats
gonna
do
do
what
what
they do.
cats do. That's what we want. Hey, do what you do.
So Lexie, obviously we see you rocking the Celtics gear, so we already knew your pick was going to be Celtics related.
Yeah.
You got Jason Tatum, higher or lower, 8.5 rebounds.
Lower. Yeah.
You're not.
You don't think he's gonna get
Buckets
10?
only.
Buckets only?
He
trying to make a
he
statement?
averaged 9.
I'm still going lower.
Wow.
And Sheryl, you had a Celtics pick as well.
I did.
Jaylen Brown, higher or lower, 24 points.
I think Jaylen Brown is pissed. So higher.
Okay. You told Stephen A. State your source. Got the T-shirt to prove it. Shad, you said that he was the #1 option on that Celtics squad this past season. Is he looking to now cement himself as such? With that 24 points or more. Yeah,
You're asking me?
I want to know. Whose team is it?
It's Jason's team, please.
It's still the Jays? It's somebody with Jay
I
in
mean,
there
I do like the Jays together as a unit. I don't know what's
the
the
Jays
problem
team. How
with
about
them
that?
being a unit.
Okay.
I like that they're a
We will
unit.
see. We will see. And last but not least, they let me put a pick 'em in as well. Bronny James making his NBA debut tonight. 0.5 points higher or lower. I'm going to take higher in support of LeBron and the James family. Bronny, I think Bronny will drop a triple single in the game, at least 1.1 rebound, 1
Think
assist.
he's going to get in the game?
Triple single.
You think he's
You think he's
going
going
to
to get in the game?
He's going to
Tonight?
play.
You
Who's they
think
playing?
so?
That's what they're saying.
Timberwolves.
Who is they?
The people that know. People with direct access to JJ.
All of a sudden,
Last year.
okay.
You know,
Ken Griffey Jr. and Senior in the building. You think they're not going to let Bronny and
They
LeBron
are?
play together? You don't disrespect the Griffey
I might
family like
set
that.
up.
Campaign right now.
I know.
The script is scripting
I
this
might agree
quickly.
with that.
Bronny's getting a bucket.
No.
You're not gonna say nothing?
Key
If he
rotational
gets
player.
in, I hope he.
Key rotational player in this game. As the Lakers look to defend
hope
their
he gets
in-season
a bucket?
tournament championship.
Yeah.
He
Not
will
gonna
get
say
in.
nothing?
I believe
What?
that too.
So,
I don't think he's going to get in the game, but if he does, I
so
want
higher or
him to
lower,
do well.
0.5 minutes for Bronny.
Lower. Do you think they're going to throw him in the game?
Yes,
He's, after that thrilling final preseason performance, 17
Come
points.
on, man, Thriller. It was a Thriller in Manila.
But it's
It was
like
a-
the whole
Catch it live.
Like, I
the
know, but it's
fans,
like.
they're like, we gotta give
It's
it
an
to 'em.
entertainment now. It's not
Yeah,
the game
we
no
gotta
more.
give 'em what they
We're not
want for
playing
the
no
home.
more.
Griffey's in the building
Not
to not see
playing.
Bronny play.
At least 50 games into the season, we're not
Yeah.
playing any basketball. We're following the
The
script.
scripts.
So Underdog is also offering a free pick on Jaylen Brunson, 0.5 points higher. So take advantage of that as well. I see you smiling. Bronny playing?
No, he read the script. You know, it's a good
You know,
script.
are you
It's
ready?
a good script.
You made some notes on it? What we doing? Triple single?
The father sons are in the building.
He has to play, huh?
Have to play.
Nike campaign.
Has to play.
That's what that is. That's crazy.
They got the ad ready to go.
Pictures ready to go. Pictures
got
gonna
it.
be taken. All
already-
kinds of
Historic moment for the game of basketball.
Crazy right there. Commercial ready. I'm gonna shoot a
I love
commercial
it, though.
halftime. They're gonna shoot
Yeah.
the commercial halftime.
Go ahead.
Bronny looked at the
Shit, come on out here. Ain't nobody care about what we're
why
doing
would you
tonight.
not capitalize on this moment? That doesn't.
Beautiful,
doesn't make
because you have
sense.
a good player that's going to come in, coming off a dominant preseason performance, 17-piece, against a mostly available Warriors
I hope
squad.
he gets some momentum on that, though. It's easy to take that one game and get some momentum on that. Like, get confidence and all that. So, like, for Bronny, if he do get in, he do get an open shot or a layup or something.
Wait, that last.
Don't let him
game,
dunk
they
on
lost
Gobert.
by like 100.
Did they lose by
Stop.
100?
Preseason, we don't care about scores.
Stop that.
No, they lost by a lot, didn't
Stop
they?
that.
It was like 40?
Yeah, it was
If
a lot.
Bronny gets a
That's
dunk
a
on
lot for
Gobert,
preseason. You don't
that's what we
win that.
need. That's what the streets need.
Yeah.
That was.
I mean, everybody gave up on making the team. This is the money given. They don't care.
So it remains to be seen if Bronny will play with LeBron tonight. But let's talk about two players who will not be playing. After entering the offseason with only two players on the roster, the Sixers had arguably the best summer of any team in the league, landing Paul George to form a big three with former MVP Joel Embiid and rising star Tyrese Maxey, and filling the roster with solid pieces to complement those three stars. But things were already off to a shaky start when PG hyperextended his knee in the preseason, and Embiid saying he probably wouldn't play back-to-backs for the rest of his career. And now, according to Shams, both Embiid and PG will miss the Sixers' season opener against the Bucks on Wednesday, with Embiid reportedly ramping up and scrimmaging with the team. PG will be reevaluated later this week. There are also some reports out there unconfirmed that Embiid may not play for the entire week. We will see. But the former MVP only played 39 regular season games, but all 6 of the Sixers playoff games last season, and decided to spend the summer playing with Team USA in the Olympics. We obviously had some mixed thoughts about that decision and how it would impact him moving forward coming into the season. Now we know he will at least not be available for the season opener. So how worried should Sixers fans be? How worried should Sixers fans be about the potential slow start as PG and Embiid get healthy? And before I get you to answer the question, here are their first 10 games. They got the Bucks at home, then they go at the Raptors, at the Pacers, Pistons at home, Grizzlies at home, at Suns, at Clippers, at Lakers, Hornets at home, Knicks at home.
2 easy games.
Yeah, so they might win 2.
They might win 2 out of that.
2-8 in that first?
And that depends on the Charlotte. Ain't really out for blood.
Damn. 2-8.
Charlotte. I mean, we're not talking about Charlotte right now, but they are a scary team.
Something to prove.
Yeah.
Detroit too.
back.
Detroit too, though. Like, we don't know how they're gonna start. They might not win a game on that road.
They win 10.
There's a lot of hard teams on that. That's
In those 10 games, they might not win a game.
our game.
They'll beat the
Out of
Raptors.
Raptors, maybe. Yeah, I forgot about the
They
Raptors.
might beat the Raptors.
So they could have potentially get 3, but they might not get 9.
So how concerned should the Sixers be?
How
Make
about
this
was
big splash in the
PG's?
offseason?
It looked. I saw it. Was it was bad?
You
as
said
it
it
looked?
looked like a
No, I
little
mean-
bone bruise, maybe a week or two.
It just looked like a hyperextension. The way the angle it looked funny.
Yeah.
But like
A
if it was
zesty
straight up and
hyperextension.
down.
what's wrong with
Zesty.
Have you ever done it before? Hyperextended?
Same
Yeah,
thing.
it's just
Same
funky.
thing.
It's a funky little
From
movement.
last year?
Oh, dang, PG.
Well, he
Sets
played
you
in the
back a
Olympics.
good 2-3 weeks.
Ramping up. What is he
Rashad, how worried should the Sixers
He was there.
be about the health of
Okay.
PG and Embiid? PG 34 years old, Embiid 30 years old. Like we said, only played 39 games last season. PG did play a lot of games, his most with the Clippers last season, but
You say how worried should the Sixers be? Shit, they put all that money into them.
gave him that 4-year, 212.
We talk about
PG.
investments, right? And
Shit.
you evaluate your product before you invest in it, right? Then you get reliable sources to verify that this is a good product to go after. But if your product go down in the first 2 weeks after you bought it, do you take it back? Is it a defective product?
You got to make it work.
You gotta make it work at that point, especially if it say no refunds on the back of that motherfucker. There's no refund. Okay, don't bring it back over here. We do not want it.
We don't want it.
Okay? Joel Embiid. That's tough. That's tough. No back-to-back. Now you ain't about to start. I
Well,
mean,
at least for him to say it before the season starts, at least makes it a little bit easier for the team to plan around that and schedule it out well enough instead of him waking up one day and being like, I don't got it today.
what about the city?
What about the city?
We talk about how the city feel about this. Because remember, trust the process was, hey, city, bear with me. It's going to take us some time to get where we need to go, but bear with me, city. He wasn't talking about nobody else but the fans.
Well,
So now the fans is like, all right, we finally got a team that can take us where we need to go, and here we go again.
Sean, I was in Philly in September, took a bunch of Ubers, got to talk to a lot of local Sixers fans. They were not too excited about this squad. For
Really?
this very reason.
yeah.
Embiid got to play. PG always hurt.
Damn.
I was like,
They're
damn,
gonna get
I know
booed
y'all
at some
Philly
point
fans and
this
y'all
year.
miserable, but be optimistic a
They're
little
going to
bit.
get booed at some point this year.
Think about the pressure it puts on Maxey. He has to perform now. Like
He did
literally
last
has
year. He
to.
was killing.
He did. But he has to overperform now.
Yeah. He was killing last year.
KJ got to step up. Caleb Martin got to step up. Who was the other acquisition they got? They had another guard.
They got a
Kyle Lowry.
huge squad.
Eric Gordon, that's who it was. It's a lot of guys that can step up that need to, that probably will.
Kelly Oubre.
They're not doomed.
They got
not
Drummond.
doomed.
Rookie Jared McCain. who
They can
people
beat
expect-
Charlotte. They can beat Charlotte and Detroit.
So that's optimism.
Yeah.
That's not
Raptors.
doom.
Rap, they can get them three.
I don't know. Charlotte is tough.
Yeah, but they still Maxey
They
still
got a
out
lot
there.
of energy.
Right, and then they got Drummond over there too.
Where, in Philly?
Yep, backing up Embiid.
And
They can get
all hope
them.
is not lost,
They can
but
get
it's
them.
still.
But so good, we know Embiid not playing back-to-backs. Also reports PG may not play back-to-backs this season. How concerned should the Sixers be that we haven't even started the season yet,
Wait, why is PG not?
and your former MVP
Injury prone.
and PG are
I
already
understand. PG.
not in the mix?
I mean, it started off, was it 2-10, 2-2, 2-5, 3-5. I mean, I don't think this is the way you want to start off the season, knowing that Boston's fully healthy, Knicks is fully healthy, right? Bucks is only missing Middleton, but they know how to play without him. So the fact that these teams can get a jump on them, now you're playing uphill the rest of the season. Now there's going to be games where you're going to be forced to play them back-to-back.
Man.
Right, there's going to be a time at the end of the season where you're going to have to play these guys back-to-back, and it's going to cost you in the playoffs.
Facts. Facts.
That's what it might not hurt here. It's going to hurt when you're trying to do for the playoff seed. That 4-5, you 6, and then third is
you
the
got
Knicks or somebody you don't want to see. That's going to be the problem.
Yeah.
And we talked about this yesterday on the couch, just having momentum coming into the beginning of the season to give yourself a little runway for potential issues down the road. But we now are at game 0, Sheryl, and these two gentlemen aren't playing. Game 0, we ain't even game 1 yet, and they, you know what I'm saying, these two dudes are not playing. Like Gil mentioned, you put yourself behind the 8 ball already, now you're trying to play catch up all season with guys who, let's just say, don't have the best health record. Like, are you nervous if you're Daryl Morey in the Sixers right now?
Yeah. I mean, you should be, right? And you went and got PG, I'm assuming, to help your chances of possibly winning a championship. And you're starting the season off, he's not playing, Embiid's not playing, and they're both talking about not playing back-to-backs. Totally agree with you. Right now, maybe it doesn't matter, but as the season goes on and you're trying to get ready for playoffs, this moment right now could potentially affect you later on.
Yeah. And Embiid has already said that he wants to win that championship. That was the reason that, obviously, he applied the pressure with the Sixers to make these moves, get it going. Gil, you said he doesn't care as much about individual accolades anymore after what happened last season, trying to make that MVP push by playing games you shouldn't have played. But there's a realistic chance. He's even with the back-to-backs, I think that got him at 67 games total, just barring any other unforeseen situations.
Is Embiid's injury his knee still from last year?
I think they're ramping up, but the thing is he played in the Olympics, and there was a lot of questions and concern about that. Like, was with Team USA, wanted to go medal, played this whole summer.
Yeah. So
You get your bread from the Sixers, though. And obviously sign that extension, sign the 3-year extension.
but you're not ready to go.
59. I'm trying to figure out how many games could he possibly win to be championship looking.
How many? Could the Sixers win the?
No, for him, just
Embiid's a
personally
player.
playing.
He's not gonna be able to even get any type of
Like,
real rhythm
think
throughout
the
the season.
mentally, like,
it's
the
gonna
numbers,
mess
yeah.
with the team. There's gonna be no cohesiveness really if he's in and out. Both of them in and out, in and
Because
out.
it's a win streak that you want to go for at some point during the season as a team. You want to win 10 in a row, 5 in a row, you know, and it's gonna affect that if you're at 4 in a row and you sit out that game, we lose.
Or they're like on a streak and then Embiid or one of them is like not playing, like they're having a good streak and then you throw them back in.
Oh yeah, and then fuck up.
And
the
then it
streak.
messes up.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, well, now I don't want to sit down again.
That's what happened with Kawhi
Yeah, it's
last year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Kind of threw him in there while they was rolling.
Then it could mess it up.
And then he just
Yeah,
said he
Good
Good
luck,
luck,
at least
The
Sixers.
Celtics not at full string. Porzingis still dealing with his stuff. You're not worried about. You're not worried about the unicorn? Wow.
Oh no, they did.
We need the unicorn.
You definitely need the unicorn.
But-
They
They're a little
need him.
nervous.
Yeah,
so-
we're not worried like the Sixers are
Horford
worried.
gone. So y'all got Tillman and Cornette. I think that's it.
Yeah, but you still got 4.
Yeah, you still got 4 though.
Yeah.
They small.
You got Tyrese Maxey though creeping on the
still
come
alright,
up.
though.
The way you just switching
they're
it up
still
this
alright,
quickly
though.
is insane.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
It's been like 4 months.
Gosh.
It's like 4 months.
Crazy.
You're late.
Rashad did announce at the end of summer
I
summer
know,
league.
but
so
still.
he made his choice.
She don't like it. I gave her a championship, but she's mad at
Are
me.
you still?
She's mad at me.
You still mad at the?
Oh, what do I can't
He got
do?
you banner
I can't
18.
win. I can't win.
Thanks, Rashad.
Damn, we ain't even go to Applebee's
Appreciate
or
it.
nothing. I just said championship here.
No skillets.
No nothing.
You know we gonna add to the N-word board Applebee's.
Oh shit.
How many times has he mentions Applebee's?
Quality. That's a quality
Yeah.
American cuisine.
Yeah, that we can't mention no more.
We can't
The
talk about
quality
it.
word and a quality cuisine.
A quality word.
So
It's part of American culture.
we asked the chat: are the Sixers already in trouble? 82% said yes.
Damn.
Damn.
Chat has been very, very overwhelmingly with whatever their picks are. It's gonna be
82.
interesting to say them. Them first 10 are gonna tell us a lot about this squad, but hopefully Embiid will be back on the court soon and PG as well, so we can see them at full strength. And because you know we got Kenyon on the show, want to keep him happy.
You
Yeah.
know
At
you
all
happy
costs.
though. Miss
What?
KJ gonna play.
Oh, KJ gonna play.
Yeah.
He gonna play
He gonna
anyway.
play. Yeah.
So let's
But
talk
that's the
about.
thing, he got to play. You got to play now, young fella. You get to shine now. It's time to shine.
So let's talk about your new team, the New York Knickerbockers. Knicks and Celtics tip off the NBA season tonight. So Mikal Bridges, who the Knicks traded for this offseason, has tweaked his jump shot with interesting results this preseason. We got some video. So fans have compiled video pointing out a hitch in Bridges' release.
God.
Yeah.
While he's a 38% career three-point shooter
Yeah.
and shot 37% from deep on a career-high 7 attempts per game last season, he went 2 for 19 from 3 in the preseason, which, for all you math experts out there, 11% from 3. It do look a little janky, I'm not gonna lie.
How did he shoot before?
What?
Kind of like that, but not really.
But not, yeah, it was just kind of, it was more fluid of emotion.
How tall is he?
About 6'7".
Yeah,
But yeah, like
I
you
don't
said-
remember it being like, it's like Bill
Yuck.
Cartwright. A little bit.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
a lot. It's a lot going on.
It's like
They ain't
a
got no footage of
missile.
his shot before that and when he was in Brooklyn.
Oh, we were gonna talk about it.
Okay.
So,
It's a missile.
Yeah, that shit's nasty.
Oh my gosh.
even players from other teams have noticed the change,
Anthony.
with Ant-Man bringing attention to it during the
No.
preseason.
No.
He said it in
Ant-Man.
the middle of the game.
Can we add 2 for Ant-Man to the board, please?
He said, damn.
Whoa.
You done changed the shot. Damn. That's how you got trolled. Damn.
Give him one.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Shall we heard it?
Or what?
N-word.
You quoting Ant-Man. It was a quote though, so
Yeah, it was a quote. What you mean?
we have underdog here in the building.
Rules are rules.
What?
Nah, it was
It doesn't matter if it's a quote. You said it.
okay.
He don't care.
Yeah. Y'all go chase it down anyway. You're gonna have to chase it down.
It's gonna be hard to find. It's gonna be hard to find.
Me, y'all chase it down. Come get it. Come get
Good
it.
luck
But
getting it.
come get it. I've been running all my life. They still looking for me. Y'all gonna find it there.
Does it look like something's off with Bridges' jumper?
Yeah, what?
Rashad, the Knicks,
From the top of his head, like.
but it's like a little.
Just a little hitch at the top. Yeah.
That was.
Honestly, I don't even know how he shot before, so I'm gonna have to see what that looked like before.
Yeah. 'Cause
So we actually have some video of Bridges shooting in practice from earlier in the preseason.
In the preseason.
Look, but
You don't have
that's the old one or that's the new one?
Ew.
I know.
it
Is
don't
that
look
the way he used to
It don't
shoot?
look like that. I'm saying, like,
Yo,
who is
yo,
this
hold
right
on, hold
here?
on.
It's like
Because that
real.
ain't much better.
That's Cameron Payne. Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah.
Because that's not
he
much
shoots
better.
across his body.
Hey, but he be hitting that shit
Wow.
I'm a Cam shot over Bridges.
you got a hood jumper, but it's effective.
too. Yeah, it's very
Well, say,
effective.
at the end of the day, if it's going in, it don't really matter.
Yeah, I'm not leaving neither one of them open, really. But at 11% right now with that, Jay, I don't know, boy. It might just been an off night,
What
though.
made someone
A few
change
off
his
nights.
shot? You said he shot 38% from three?
Career 38% shooter, shot 37% last year on a career high 7 attempts from
Decent.
That's a
three.
drastic change
For someone that shoots that.
to shoot that already.
Wow.
So he's 6'6", but has a 7'1" wingspan, so that might be why he got to do the cart right.
I thought I don't know if it was a KD type of shot, but I thought that's why how he shot kind of like KD.
It was more, yeah. It was,
yeah, up butt ahead.
I mean, is there a point, like, where you get to a certain age where it's like you just got to leave the shot alone?
Facts. Yeah.
Like, I feel like.
Unless you're bad,
Yeah, unless it's horrible.
you can only try to get better. But if you're already decent,
Yeah.
You shouldn't
told him
change
to
it.
Change his shot. Clearly, because he was shooting well before.
you see
tonight.
Mikal Bridges' shot. What do you think the issues are with it? Like, I mean, why are you tweaking your shot this late in your career?
Most likely, you have a trainer that never played basketball at a high level. Because if they did, then they know the first thing you don't do is try to change a shot on a player that's in his 20s. That's something you address when you're a little kid.
Facts.
Because you have time, you have years to do that, right? So the fact that you probably went into the summer, we don't know if he had an injury like Mikal Folks, but that's what messed his shot up, where they had to tighten his rotator cuff in his shoulder, kind of gave him a hitch. So he has a hitch just like that. Last year's shot and before was a smooth jumper, right? It was still the same way up high, but it was smoother.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's pausing, either he got injured or someone changed it, and the fact that they changed it, meaning he don't have the 100,000 reps he had of the old jumper. So if I'm the defense, I'm gonna let him go. I'm not gonna run out there on him, right? There's no point. This new jumper is not established yet.
Yeah.
For you to be consistent with it, right? He's doing it on his free throw and his jumper. That's what I said. If you're a real trainer, you wouldn't have touched his jumper to try to, no matter what it was, right? When Zoe came back, Zoe spent 2 years,
Improving that.
right? When you seen his jumper look better, it was when he got to the Pelicans.
Yeah.
That's 2 summers plus all season to work on his form, and his form just came from here to here.
Yep.
It didn't come with a,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it look like off the bounce? Because those are all just catch and shoot. So
I think when he's coming this way, it's easier going
that
left.
hitch is crazy.
Yeah.
Hitch is crazy.
Yeah, it was just it's a,
Yeah. Ugh. Oof.
But you think,
No arc on
you
it.
said 100,000 shots, and a lot of people might hear that and think that's a crazy.
no, I mean, just
amount.
imagine,
But
you've been having your jumper, how long have you shot the same way,
Right.
Forever.
right?
You get
My
what?
entire life.
Yeah, your entire life. So
Yeah,
imagine
I
in
know.
one summer, someone
Workout.
says, all right, you're gonna change it, we're gonna throw this in there.
Question to him though: why would you even?
Think about it.
Yeah, think about changing your
But you
shot
think
when
this is
that's what you've been
you
doing.
think this coach is a professional and he knows what he's talking about because he's probably some kid that just has a natural,
You think
regular
he
shot.
You think he mentioned it to him to change it?
Probably. When somebody changes their shot, it's someone that's telling them that they need to change it, get it off faster.
Get it
right?
off
You know, that
That's kind
bullshit.
of what it looks like too.
He's
Trying to get it off faster.
Faster.
I remember when I was in
very rushed.
when I was in college. Oh no, when I was going to college, someone said that, "Oh, you're not going to be able to get your jumper off." And I said, "How?" I know when I'm shooting. So if you're right next to me, I'm going to drive or pump fake. If I think you can block it, I'm not going to shoot it.
Right.
It's so fucking simple.
You're too close. I'm not gonna shoot it right now.
Your jumper's too slow. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? But you have people out there that's They think because they're the shooting coach that they need to make their shot look like yours.
And that's the problem I have with a lot of shooting coaches.
Yeah.
They don't take the time to see what this kid has already adapted through that time. The only kids, like even Lonzo, when he was shooting like that, like you were saying, he was still hitting it when he was set shot.
Set shot.
But it was just moving left and right that he needed adjustments. And he made those adjustments when he was with the Pelicans. But those are rare cases. The other kids that come in, they pretty much already know how to shoot the ball, where to shoot the ball. They need repetition, though. Consistent repetition, spacing, technique, and just discipline in that repetition. But if you don't got that and you got some coach coming in trying to tell you how something's going to be successful that they weren't successful in, that's the problem I have with it. It's like, how is it you telling him that this is going to work?
Or to Gil's point, a lot of them never even played. But they've watched shots or they've studied.
I studied this shot. Yeah, he's been shooting that
Mechanics.
his whole life.
Yeah.
You studying him. You studying
you.
why he not
You're
teaching
not.
me?
Yeah.
Why is he not teaching me?
But that's on you for even listening to it.
Exactly.
So Bridges was asked about some of the struggles with his shot, during the preseason, and said he was basically trying to get it back to what it was when he was at Villanova, saying, quote, "Ever since I got into the league, been trying to fix it back to when I was in college. So it has been 7 years of just every day. When I came out of college, I kind of tweaked it a little bit, and then my second year in the league, I had the hitch and tried to build back from that ever since. So just trying to get it right, pretty much."
7 years?
So did he come in with the injury? Did he come into the
I think
NBA
he's
with
just saying, like, he's been trying to tweak it to get it back to that Villanova form, but
What is the
So he changed it.
So he didn't have a hitch in Villanova. He must have been a little bit more pure.
Right.
He's
He
trying to
had
get
his
it back.
shot in Villanova. Then he changed it when he got to the league, and
he
now
said
he's
when
trying to change
so when
it
I
back.
came out of college, I kind of tweaked it a little bit, and then my second year in the league, I had the hitch and tried to build back from that ever since. So he's saying he's had that little hitch. I think his second season is trying to.
Shit, Phoenix. He was good in Phoenix. He was good in Brooklyn.
35, 36, 42, 30. I want to call cap.
Yeah, I'm like,
He shot like 43, I want to say, that 2020, 2021 season.
yeah,
Yeah.
43%.
And he was shooting at.
This is shooting too good for you to be
career
like
38%. That's good.
Talking about you trying to get back to something that got you, like, it got you here, but you exceeded that.
you're trying to go back to a college jumper that you haven't had for 7 years. What is that even supposed to be?
I don't know what that means.
That makes no sense.
And he averaged, what was his highest average?
43?
43%.
No, for points per game.
Look at 20, 26.
26 a game?
But that was only for 27 games. That's still a lot, though.
Yeah, that's a
27
lot.
games.
Hey, that's buckets.
Yeah.
And them ain't all layups. Like, where you need to change.
Yeah. So
That's what I was happy about him going to New York, because I'm like, he got a nice jumper, midi, he can hit the consistent three. Now he done changed his shot. It looked different now.
And that 43% was on 4.4 attempts. The 37.2% he shot last year was on 7.2 attempts. So you obviously with the increase in volume, the numbers are going to go down a little bit, but going from that to 11% in this preseason.
But like we said, it's early,
He'll be
If we can judge, this is like Clay going down there and not hitting no shots. You best believe Clay going to hit some shots this year. You best believe Mikal going to hit some shots this year, but
Not with that hitch, he's not.
I mean, it just looked nasty though.
Yeah.
Once he get a little flow going, he gonna get back to himself.
Did you guys ever make even minor adjustments to your shot during your career, or did you just lock in? Did it change at all, or it stayed the same pretty much for your entire career?
Just foot placement, right? That's the easiest thing to do, right? Just change the way you're setting your feet, for it to be a faster shot. The faster shot is not you pulling up. The faster shot is how fast you can set your feet.
Yeah.
Pick up.
The actual once I pull it up, no, right? I learned how, because I was a laces shooter, I learned how when I'm bouncing it to let it hover so I can feel it in this hand
To the laces.
pull it. Yeah.
And when you tell people laser shooter, what do you mean by, for the people out there with broke jumpers who may not know what you're saying?
When it looked pretty,
Broke.
Okay.
right? Because that means it's face forward instead of just looking like a knuckleball.
Okay.
right? So it's like, so when I'm dribbling and when I'm pulling it up, I'm letting it slide so I can track it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love playing against y'all.
What?
Because y'all got to track it to shoot it.
You shooting it for wherever you get it?
I have to. I learned that, like, not to be.
Oh, so you'll shoot it anyway?
Yeah, I learned because a tracker, if you're playing defense, I know you have to have the ball in your hand a certain way before you shoot it. You won't shoot it if it's not on track. So when you know that against certain players, it's cool. And I learned that early. Shooting is probably the one thing that I'm probably most passionate about because I learned early on, like, you have to be able to make shots to play. And one of my gurus early on taught me you got to make shots everywhere on the floor, literally everywhere on the floor, like every spot. Half court, full court, three-quarter court, everywhere on the court. So I started to really understand the masters of footwork and spacing and technique, especially the spacing between the fingers and the wrist. Wrist so important. Balance is so important. Like Gil was saying, as far as how quick you get your shot off, how accurate you are is just about your repetition.
Yeah.
How comfortable you are at shooting the ball, having your window. When you hit, you got your little window where you can always see out of. You can always, gooseneck, hold it up. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm really passionate about it. So when I see other people doing it, it's just like, man, they're doing a disservice because when you're a shooter, you want to find your own niche as a shooter and build on it. You don't want to just take somebody else's whole regimen and be like, oh, I want to shoot like you. It's like, nah. I took pieces of Allen Houston, Reggie Miller, Grant Hill, guys who had form, guys who just had technique, foundation.
Yeah.
I mean, history shows there's no such thing as a perfect shot. So there's no point of trying to teach someone a perfect shot if all the great shooters in the world ever,
Different
from
shots.
all,
They're
from
all
the woman's side to the man's side, all shoot different.
Yeah.
Facts.
Right?
It's your footwork.
Steph Curry's shot
True.
wasn't a perfect shot, but he's making it. It becomes, oh, let's all shoot like this.
Facts.
Reggie Miller's shot, slapping himself. Oh, let's all shoot like this.
Man.
First shot from the top of his head. Right. It's everyone's different, right? So it's just, you just perfect how this guy's shot is. That's all you do is perfect it and try to clean up before you get to the release.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Little tweaks.
Yeah, it's the tweak at the bottom, not at the top.
Yeah.
It don't matter how you get it there as long as it goes in
Once
the
it get above your head, you're dead. Once I get it above my head, you're dead. Don't let them do it.
So let's talk little Knicks. Made some big moves this offseason, re-signing Jalen Brunson for a discount, locking up OG Anunoby, trading for Bridges and four-time All-Star Karl Anthony Towns. Still have some issues at the center position with Mitchell Robinson out until at least January. Cat will be expected to fill that void. But do Knicks fans need to be patient as they figure out how to make Cat and Bridges fit into this squad to start the season?
Patient? Do y'all know how to be patient?
The Knicks, we ain't won since. You know how patient we've been.
I know, but it's like y'all are aggressive over there.
You're very aggressive.
I don't know. I hope they're gentle and nice to Cat for a little bit.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
Will be.
A little bit of time.
Well, you ain't got nobody else. You gotta be
especially when you got traded in the middle of the night. Like, going through it.
He used to it. He a cat. You know what I'm saying? He up. He up, moving around, trying to figure out where he gonna go. You done found a new home, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they gonna have to be patient with Cat. I don't
Right.
mean, Jaylen, he don't got nothing to prove to that fan base or the city, so it's gonna be on how Cat learns how to adjust to playing with someone like Jaylen, who's very different than Ant. So.
I think Cat is a bailout guy, though. Cat's the bailout guy. Like, Jaylen do his thing. They all go out there. They muck it up, fuck it up, throw it to Cat. He'll bail you out.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Cat live for that. Like, there's no pressure on him just to hit shots when I'm open and then take advantage of mismatches when you got bigs that can't guard you. I think that opens the floor up because the thing that hurt Cat the most was like you were saying it so much. He said Rudy in the way.
Yeah, that's true.
Rudy Gobert in the way when Cat get the ball, he want to move and do shit. Cat, he's like, yo, move, and he didn't move. And remember the series. Rudy came over asking for the ball. He was asking for the ball, and nobody would throw him the ball. Nobody would throw him the ball.
Yes,
They just kept saying move.
We did break down that foot.
Broke down the whole play, and it was just like frustrating, right? So Cat don't got to deal with that no more. Like he got an open lane to drive now. It's him, like you're saying, like it's him. Before they brought in Rudy, when it was just Cat Wiggins and Levine.
I think it's
you know
a
what I'm
great
saying?
move.
Where he actually got
For
to
Cat.
be himself. So I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying?
I
Give him
think
a
it's a good
chance.
move.
So, Gil, yesterday we were talking about how Dame and Giannis didn't spend time together in the summer coming into year two, how concerning that was. Similar situation, like we mentioned, Cat traded right before the season starts. He got to now try and gel and form cohesion with his team. Mikal Bridges obviously has a relationship with Brunson, with Josh Hart, and that Nova Knicks crew. But how long do you expect it to take for this Knicks team to figure out the chemistry side of it?
I mean, this one is a little bit easier because Cat want to shoot jumpers. Jalen Brunson is a pick and roll guy, so he's used to pick and pop type of players. So that's an easier adjustment for them versus, Giannis is not used to picking and rolling, right? He's used to picking and popping, but he can't shoot. So, Dame is getting double for the first time, so he'd rather play with Lopez as the pick guy. So that became more of something that they needed to work on. Where are they playing at?
They're going to be in Boston?
Oh, I was going to say, that's they lucky.
They're lucky to be in Boston?
Yeah, because, they could have been in New York. Cats start off 0-6 from the three-point line, and they would have booed.
What are you talking about, Milwaukee?
No,
I'm just saying.
He's lucky that he's playing his first game away.
Well, yeah,
from
you're
the
playing
Knicks.
away from the Knicks, so you can get that.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because if you have 30 and you win, you get to come back
Oh, yeah,
home
they're
to
going to
a
be
great
excited.
arena.
Yeah.
But good to your point, if he doesn't do that,
But he ain't at home to hear them boo.
but now he got to come back,
But they ain't gonna start off.
they
booing.
going to forget?
Yeah, they ain't gonna start off booing.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
We got some turnip juice.
Well, y'all saying I'm dead or something?
I ain't say
They said I'm
nothing.
not lively.
I ain't got to
Wake it up, Gil.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yo, the Lakers play basketball today.
I don't know. Why are you not more excited about your team starting?
I already asked this question. Maybe someone else could get the answer.
We haven't got to the Lakers topic yet.
Oh, he's holding it in.
Oh, should we do a Lakers topic?
The excitement.
Today?
It's
Okay.
too, it's
maybe
too
maybe later in the show. I wasn't planning on doing it, but
Anything Lakers?
maybe later in the show.
No, but
What was that?
But let's keep it in the Eastern Conference with Lexie Brown's favorite team, Cemetery Larry's former favorite team. So Boston Celtics are looking to repeat as champions, something that hasn't been done in the NBA since the Warriors did it in 2017, 2018. One might say the pressure comes with being a defending champ, but not Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla. Here's what, hey,
He's been on some
he
morbid.
a deep thinker.
He see the future, man. You better prepare.
Like, sir.
It is Halloween
I
month.
get it, but dang.
Larry's here, I'm telling you.
Here's what Mazzulla said.
To the upper room.
But here's what Mazzulla said when asked about the pressure on the Celtics this season.
Zero, no pressure. We're all going to be dead soon, and it really doesn't matter anymore, so there's zero pressure. You're either going to win or you're not. And when you win, you try to forget about it a week later, and when you lose, you try to forget about it a week later. And so it's not pressure, it's an opportunity.
He said you either win or you die.
Yeah.
Coach, I'm going to need you
Pretty high
to.
pressure to me.
Yeah.
We
mean you better
That's
win.
like the highest
That means
pressure
you better
you could
win.
ever have.
You better win.
Win
he
or
coached college.
Did he
I don't
coach
think
college?
Coach. Went to West Virginia, though.
I mean, a week later.
No,
I mean,
he played in college.
You mean tomorrow?
Coach, I'm going to need you to pee in this cup real quick.
Nah,
Let's just see what's in the system. I just want to know what's in the system right now.
I need to come coach in the Cemetery Larry Academy. He ready for everybody to go.
You know, with the Celtics,
I love the
He
phrase.
looked younger.
he looks refreshed.
He looked like he owed somebody some money with that.
He can still play too. He still hoop.
He's probably playing practice a little bit.
Little lefty.
I believe him. No pressure. I think last year was all the pressure because they never won it.
Yeah.
I think that monkey is off their back that we need to win a championship or we got to trade this team. They're not going to hear that anymore, right? So I don't think that the divide and conquer method with them is going to be a narrative this year.
And the reaction of
Right? I mean, there's so
everyone
much
after they
drama
won.
There's so much drama going on with everybody else in the league that no one's going to be paying attention to them or even putting any kind of pressure on them.
Yes.
to win a championship, and I think they're about to just smack through people. There's nothing that's, right? There's no, we're champs. Like
We're the champs.
We champs, right?
And y'all
If
hated
we
on us all
lose,
summer.
we champs. We got one. We got one.
But how long does that got one
Right?
last? We need another
them
one.
Milwaukee boys need one. Them Philly boys need one.
Desperately.
New York them need one. Them Lakers sons need. They need
There's
it.
just so
We
many
don't
teams
need it.
that
So
need-
what's happening? Is the need? Y'all need it now.
Yeah, I don't think it's, maybe pressure's not the right word. Like, I don't think there's pressure to win again,
Is that weird, right?
but maybe there's an expectation
From who?
to repeat from fans.
But like in history, right? When Golden State was coming back with the KD, it was like, oh, they got to repeat, right?
They
The
don't got
Lakers
this. They don't
repeat,
have this
like
energy.
even Denver. No one's like it's like it's so much other things going on where they're like Boston's gonna repeat. It's all like damn near guaranteed, which is
But
crazy.
even when Jason Tatum has said we will be there again,
It's like everybody's like, yeah.
They're very confident.
Yeah, that's what I said.
They're
It's
very
like-
confident. And it doesn't seem that like any of the negative stuff that was happening has knocked any of them really off their pivot at all.
It's
honestly.
like right
I mean,
now.
We'll see tonight, but I think they've handled everything very
There's no strong suitor. There's no strong suitor for anyone to run a narrative. Everybody else is dysfunctional.
Yeah, like who do the Celtics really fear?
Like
They're
right
not
now,
out
like when you go into the
anybody
season,
else.
like if Middleton was healthy and they're coming in, if 76ers everybody was healthy going in, everybody there'd be more like comp. Right now, everyone's done. Lakers, we got Sideshow Bob. This shit going on. Nobody believes in the Phoenix Suns, right?
Hold up, Gil. What's Sideshow Bob going on?
We got Nike shit. We got father and son shit going on right here. Don't fuck this.
have other
Don't fuck
priorities
this
right
up. Right?
strong black parenting.
Yeah,
Strong black parenting at its
that?
finest.
It's gonna be all father-son relationships.
Present
in the crowd
father.
today. Right? So you got so much things going on, and nobody's really like dialed in and say, okay, this is gonna be like we don't know what's going on with Denver.
Well, it's like, what do you expect them
OKC
to
too
say?
young.
They ran through the league last year and everyone was like,
I thought it was lucky, but you know.
right, but
pressure's
how is
on.
that lucky?
Pressure's on, Joe.
We're 12 games ahead of everybody else in the East.
Pressure's on,
Crazy.
Joe. The pressure's on, Joe. You're not coaching.
speak
You're not
on us.
coaching for OKC, okay? This is not.
Shit, I
This
think
is not the
OKC got
Orlando
more pressure
Magic
than
winning.
them.
This is not Orlando winning. This is the Boston Celtics. The pressure's on to win again. You know what it feels like now, right? Your players in the locker room know what it feels like to take it all the way now. Okay, here we go again. You
No,
don't think
I like
that
what Sheryl
you don't
said,
think you're gonna come into
I think
this season
expectation is there.
with no pressure? Like, oh, we could just cruise and not make it and it's gonna be okay. No, especially if you got better. Did you get better?
Who?
The team.
Celtics?
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so since you didn't get better,
But what we need
so
to get
since you
better
didn't
for,
get
we
better.
won.
Remember who didn't get
We
better?
don't need to get better. We
Who
won.
didn't get better after their championship a couple
Denver.
years ago?
A team in Denver.
And what happened?
Milwaukee.
And what happened? Both of them teams, they did not get better. They did not get
No,
back.
but a lot of other teams got
Everybody else
way
got better.
In the East, that's not
Everybody else got
Point.
better.
That's the point. This year,
In
everybody
theory,
got better. This year.
Oh,
theory,
but that's the problem.
But no.
Nobody else got better.
like exceptionally better.
No,
No, not exceptionally,
But
but
that year after
but
Denver
the
won,
fact that
everyone loaded up.
You can't be cocky and arrogant enough to think that you don't need to make changes in
Who's-
any
oh, now they
season
cocky
after
and
winning.
arrogant?
You ain't made no changes.
Nope.
What? How does that make them cocky and arrogant?
well, no.
That you don't need no changes.
Why do they need a change?
Because the circumstances of you getting there last year was contingent on injuries.
No.
Yes. So those other teams at full strength is going to
How
be a
y'all
different.
Because he was.
I was there.
He was a Celtics
So I'm
fan in his
saying,
moment.
I
Now
know.
it's like all these.
What was my
feelings that he
concern the
was
whole
feeling
time?
Last year
What was my
coming out.
concern throughout the whole
Rashad,
playoffs?
you know, I have a very, very memory. I take a lot of edibles, but I believe you were worried about the Celtics in that second round with the Heat and Cavs.
First, second round up 4-1.
But not facing teams that were at full strength and kind of just cruising through and not being tested, not being challenged. Obviously, we get to Eastern Conference Finals, similar with that Pacer squad.
Thank you.
Then you get to the finals, but you got.
But you
know.
still
And after
gotta,
that,
you still
she would
gotta
say we
handle
walked
business,
through.
though.
She would say we walked
And
through
they
the
were
league.
smacking them.
I would be like, look, y'all walked through it, where
No,
the
they
other people
ran through
were
it.
not in the trenches with their teams. They couldn't be there. So now that we're full strength again, you got to be able to run it back with these teams at full strength.
And none
Sometimes
of
you
them
do,
are.
though, have to look at adding a piece or something.
Something.
I'm just going to go on the women's side with the Aces. I said all along I didn't think the Aces would repeat only because they were missing a piece. And to his point, other teams are building their squad to beat you.
Yes.
Right? So they're adding other pieces, and you're sitting there like, well, we won, so we're good. But it's a whole different year.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not saying that they can't repeat, but
Everybody who rebuild, anybody who was a threat, right? How do they look right now?
Injured.
Probably the same.
No. Philadelphia reloaded.
Oh, they got better.
Now look what happened to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You got, now they're coming in with no back-to-backs. Two of the stars won't be playing at the beginning of the season, not playing back-to-back. So that Superman you built is flawed now. Doesn't threaten us anymore. You threatened us when the trade happened, but now this trade right now says you're not playing back-to-back and you guys are not going to be healthy at the beginning of the season. You come in here with one leg now. One leg is
It
gone.
makes sense because I'm thinking, who did get better? When I'm thinking, Philly got better. Probably the only
On
team that got the
theory.
best.
In
They got
theory.
in
On
theory.
paper.
Now that they're
Who
hurt
else?
though, now that they're down,
No
it's
one
like
else did anything.
yeah. And I'm thinking, I'm like,
telling
wait,
you,
I'm
no
like,
one
wait,
did
wait,
anything.
who did? Nobody else made no big.
No. Only
The Kings.
nobody's
Yeah, but
worried
they're
about
over
them.
there.
It was even Phoenix. Right now,
Dallas?
the only
Dallas will play.
But
I didn't
again,
know
that
Dallas
doesn't
probably
affect-
second
That
with
doesn't
moves.
affect us.
But you're
The only person-
you're not worried about that.
it does.
It does because you faced them in the
does.
yeah, that was a
Right.
4-1. Yeah.
Because we gonna get there, right?
No, the only team that looks stable right now is Minnesota.
Facts.
Minnesota is the only team right now that looks stable.
But that's still a big question mark with now Rando and DiVincenzo trying to figure out how to.
But they're
that's
healthy.
why. I
And they
get
made a move.
Right, man? But they're healthy.
Randall getting back.
There's really no backtracking with this,
Right.
right? And even without Cat, Nas Reed can fill Cat's spot. So that team is loaded.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah, man.
OKC,
Right there.
still young enough, but they're not experienced enough to beat Boston Celtics.
No.
Right?
You don't think this playoff experience in this past season?
No, they're too young.
Still
they're
too
still too young.
Still
They got about
I'm
79
looking at
draft
this
picks. They
East.
still have the potential to
nobody-
make a
they're still
big
too young.
move.
The only team that's built
I had to think about
that
it.
has the players
Yeah, except for Philly.
that can walk through them is Phoenix.
Yeah.
That's
And not even walk. That's bold to say walk through because that's gonna be a tough one.
If Boston is still chucking threes and not like playing to their athleticism, Suns, they gonna mid-range, they gonna get to the basket. They're not gonna sit there and chuck 53s on you, even though their three-point shooters is probably better than yours.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna spend time chucking threes like that. So
Would you put the Nuggets in that conversation?
you got one player that they're not signing a max to.
Right.
Right. So he ain't
locked in. Oh, he's
And
definitely not locked in.
Then all the shooters,
MPJ.
MPJ. Then all
not
the
giving him
MPJ
max.
and Gordon.
And
Gordon
Oh, they're
just
not
signed.
there.
Neither one of them.
Oh, he just signed?
Gordon yesterday.
Oh,
Gordon
he
signed a
signed the
4-year, I
max?
think
Was it the
133 or something like that.
Wait, what happened with
It was.
MPJ?
It was
One of the maxes.
Yeah. So there was reports earlier in the week that they were unwilling to give him the deal. Then he signed that I think 4-year, 133. If
Wait,
I'm
what,
not
did
mistaken.
what happened with MPJ? They said that they weren't gonna sign him to a max deal.
Well, I didn't know he signed.
MPJ.
MPJ.
He did sign?
No, MPJ already had a contract.
MPG already had a contract.
Yeah,
Aaron Gordon.
It was Aaron Gordon.
just
Aaron
extended.
Gordon. Yeah, it was just him.
But they still, they're
They lost
not the team.
KCP to the Magic.
yeah, that's what I said. They're losing key pieces and not
Yes.
replacing that type of guy back.
Yes, yes.
And then, we got the Lakers.
Championship.
We the show. Just not the Lake show. We just the show right now. We're gonna see how that pan out.
Come on, Gil.
So right now, there's no real threat for Boston and be like, oh yeah, we're concerned right now. Like there's gonna have to be somebody that's rising up. So for everybody to be like, okay, that's a real contender.
Indiana.
Come on, that's not a contender.
I know they're not a contender. They're a threat.
No.
Like when we're talking about
Like New
threat,
York-
we're talking about like someone who can really dethrone them. The only team was Philadelphia.
I think
If they were fully healthy.
I think it's just we look at it because of the names on paper. I look at it from that series that we watched Indiana play Boston, right? And you look at what was missing in that series for Indiana, and then what they got this year in replace of that, they got Wiseman, they're going to have Mathurin back, they're going to have Neesmith, they're going to have all their key pieces, what they need, and they got Siakam. So now they got one full year of gelling together, right?
Great regular season team.
Great regular season team, but that's all you really need to get, put fear in the team's heart to let them know that you're not fucking around when you get to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Just show them that, hey, we're a hard-nosed team. We can beat you any night.
Yeah, but we could beat you. It's Boston Celtics when they lost to Golden State.
Yeah. We could beat you.
You're good enough to get to the championship. You're just not
ready.
wise enough to win it.
Facts.
Right? And I think that's where they are. Like when OKC played Miami with Bron and them, y'all are good enough to get it. You're just not wise enough. You don't have the experience to dethrone us, right? So they are first, second, and third right now.
Is that the only thing keeping Boston at the top, though, is the experience?
Experience, the talent, and then everybody else's experience and talent is fickle.
Guess because Drew gets kind of muddled behind Jaylen and Jason because they're the two stars, but he's actually the one with the experience that's anchoring.
But now they have the experience.
Now you're combining all of the three of them.
Yeah.
Derek White is getting some experience along the time. I just see it like outside of the four of them. I don't know, man. They not adding pieces that can be is just as strong for that. I know all them guys pieces with what's the dude Pritchard and Hauser, like they cool. But man, you need some more pieces.
Isn't it important to lock those dudes up? Obviously, you got Horford too. Obviously, his age is going to be a question coming into the season, but kind of similar to what the Nuggets did. And Nuggets dealt with some injury issues this postseason that thwarted their repeat chances. But don't you want to prioritize locking these up? Obviously, Tatum got the extension. You got Jaylen Brown, who signed it the previous year. You got your two core guys and the rest of those role players around them. So why do you need to go search for some other thing when you can just keep those guys in-house? A lot of teams will lose those guys. They'll win a chip and those dudes will bounce, get bigger bags, whatever.
How often do you see them all together playing? The four. They probably played together more than any other core that we've seen, right? So that's their event.
Yeah, I think their core starting lineup last year, was top in the league for over 20
I'm pretty
games.
sure with OKC was probably second.
Yep.
I think Denver's over 20 games. Well, I forget what the exact stat was, but
So they're resilient, right? They're a resilient group that can stay together, so you wouldn't need the other pieces that would be required.
Yeah.
In free agency, you're gonna need some other pieces if Drew go down, if Derek White go down. If they both go down at the same time, now your team cracks in half. Production cracks in half. Who you got? Hauser and Pritchard, they gotta step up. They don't know how to take 12, 13 shots a game and be efficient.
Who don't?
Pritchard?
Either one of them.
Pritchard takes 12 shots in 30 seconds.
But he used to that in 30 seconds, not in the course of a game where you ain't gotta hunt for this no more, Pritch.
Right.
You ain't gotta hunt for this no more.
I understand what you're saying.
It's different. You ain't here hunting, and we know you.
There'd be that when you're really aggressive coming off the bench and then you become a starter and then your mindset changes. Like that happens to a lot of players. Like,
this goes back to something Jaylen Brown said, I think, right around media day or early in the start of training camp, when he was basically like, some of the boo-boo teams in the league, we're going to let those guys really cook so they can get comfortable and learn how to do it. He used the Pistons as an example. I respect the city of Detroit, so I don't want to
No, for sure.
tarnish them too much. But, you have a team that won the Eastern Conference by 14 games last season, so even if they do stumble, hit those missteps, and say it's only 5 games, 6 games, that's still a comfortable margin.
It is. But think about the NBA at some points during the last 5 years, we've had skids where the league wasn't that good. And we watched games and we're like, these guys, this year is just not good this year. Or these guys are just not healthy. We just never can see these guys on the floor at the same time where they can compete against each other. So it's always going to be something. I think last year was one of those years, similar to that Milwaukee year where Milwaukee won it. You can get there, and then if certain injuries happen, and you can make it past this Brooklyn team, and you can win it all. All we got to do is beat them. KD, thank you so much. for wearing a size 22.
It's tough.
Thank you so much.
With insufficient lotion on the ankle.
Man, shit, it was disgusting, right? So, I mean, I feel like that Boston got a good chunk of the luck through injuries last year. But they were still a good team. They still took it where they needed to go. Yeah.
So let's talk about, obviously, the two most important players on this Celtics roster,
The Jays.
the Jays. So both the Jays have chips on their shoulders during the season. Jaylen Brown won the ECF and Finals MVPs, but got snubbed from the Olympic team. And Jason Tatum got treated like a scrub on Team USA's gold medal winning squad. So, Rashad, last season during the playoffs, you said that Jaylen Brown had emerged as the number one option on this team. Gil, obviously you disagreed. You guys went back and forth with it. But this is a new season now. Jaylen Brown likely feeling some type of way. We'll get more into that in a second. But what are your expectations for the Celtics dynamic duo of Tatum and Brown this season? Lexie, we'll start with you since you are still a current Celtics fan.
Yeah, I still think it's Jason Tatum is the number one option. But I feel it's 1A, 1B for me, and I just don't know why that's like a difficult concept for people to understand that they're able to coexist together and win games and win a championship. I mean, we don't know them personally, but like the jealousy obviously isn't there. They're able to win. They're able to compete together. I do think Jaylen is a better defender, so I will give him that. But I think they both have huge chips, a lot of things to prove, which is crazy. And it was crazy. You guys watched the Netflix doc? You watched it?
We did. I heard my voice a few times. No check, but thank you.
What episode? Was we in it?
2.
We wasn't
Really?
in it. Wasn't
I
in it.
missed it.
They got us out of there.
Where was it?
Because I was in it. They got to cut it.
They did come film with us for a little bit.
It was interesting seeing all the media members and the coaches and Jason talking about all the things that were going to come with a championship and how everything like played out complete opposite of what everybody was saying. So I was just like, that's just very interesting that all y'all
It's kind of sad though. I mean,
said all these things that would happen if he brought a championship to Boston and then y'all all like just like kicked
Did
it
this?
aside.
Did just? Yeah.
I was like, so that's why I was like, it's very
I mean,
Caught him in real
obvious.
time and then changed up on him.
literally, because I don't think they thought he could do it. I don't think they thought he could
He's
do
not
it.
the number one. Hold on. What were they saying? What were they saying in the document?
What about the
Jason
Celtics?
Tatum. What? He can't win it as a number one option, right?
Yeah, it's too hard. But then he said
first,
they
first
do
if
win.
he can't win it,
He can't win it.
and then
He can't win it as a number one option.
And then they're like, if he does win, he'll be the face. Of
Now,
the NBA.
who selected Eastern Conference MVP,
The media
Finals MVP? So they didn't want to make themselves look stupid.
But they did. They looked.
So
dumb
now they
as
get to
hell
say,
on
oh, see, they won a championship. See, he wasn't a
who's the
number
best.
one option. Like we said, right? You get to
like we voted
you get to
for.
cover your tracks with it because they're the same people voting. So you're saying this guy ain't good enough to win it. Then when his team is doing all this and he looked like he's about to win his awards, you're voting the opposite. You're the same ones.
They told on themselves in the
You're the same ones talking, and then when we look at your vote, we're looking at what you're voting for. So you can make yourself look like he was right the whole time. If he does win it, he didn't win it as the number one option.
Yep.
Was he the number one option?
Was he the number one option in the finals? I mean, yes,
Well,
but I
if you-
think Jaylen. I guess everyone thought Jaylen outplayed him, but that doesn't. Make
Jaden,
him
who and what?
But I'm
if
just like, that doesn't mean
what I'm
he
saying
wasn't the number one
What I'm saying is,
option.
if you
They set
turn
the narrative
if you
already.
turn
They
the
set the
volume
narrative.
off, if you turn the volume on and you watch the game
Who's number
without the
one?
people talking,
Jason is still clearly number
who is the number one option?
Jason. I think. You thought Jason?
If you're watching it without anybody saying anything, you're just watching the game, you clearly see who's the best player on Boston is. The only thing that's changing your opinion is the person talking. The narratives, how it's written. Jaylen Brown is great at defense. Oh my God, he's doing all this. That's what you seen? I seen this guy lead the team in scoring,
yep.
rebound, assists, deflections, key stops. Like, where's this magical numbers you guys are putting up that it doesn't even make sense?
6 players since 1980 to win a title while leading the team in points, rebounds, and assists in the playoffs. Did not win the Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
Like what stats?
Did not win the
what I'm saying
finals.
is, what stats stood out here that overshadowed? There wasn't one. It was just the media voice saying it.
Hi, I'm Larry.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's because they know what they said in
So
that
listen,
Netflix
what
thing.
happened? Okay, what happened in the playoffs? The same reference I gave you before when I said that the Boston Celtics look kind of lethargic. Why is Jason Tatum playing the way that he's playing? It's going to affect him down the line when he wants to win these MVPs and he doesn't perform to the level of winning it because he's playing the way he's playing as I'm watching it in real time. I like that we're blowing these teams out. I don't like the way that you're playing the way you're playing.
A little slow to start to kick off the post.
All right, okay. So who has to pick up the slack? Even though he covers the board with the numbers, what I see in his play is something that can affect the team down the line. So I'm like, all right, I hope he get this right. I hope he checks this. Jaylen Brown, in the meantime, covering ground around the board, staying solid and consistent. So when you look at it, he didn't win these awards. He didn't get all these things, and everybody kind of predicted all of these things. And it's like he could have affected it by playing better, early and late. We can't give you something if you don't go out there and show that you deserve it over everyone that's out there. Jaylen Brown, I felt like fought for it. And it wasn't in an individual aspect of it. He fought for it like, I got to take my team over the top.
Took on the challenge regarding Luka.
I got to take my team over the top because I feel it's my team. I think Jaylen Brown thinks in that kind of context where it's, man, I got to do this. I love bro. He my little, man, he cool, man. But look, man, when it comes down to the trenches, when we in the trenches with Cemetery Larry, you got to take it to the house, bro.
Okay, I hear you.
Question for you. Sorry. So question for you. And to Lexie's point, they could be 1A, 1B. I don't really understand why it has to be one over the other. But with Jaylen Brown not making the Olympic team, does that change anybody's mindset, approach, anything coming into this season? And by anybody, I mean with Jaylen and Jason.
I think if anything, they've come together and told a story that can help them both fuel ambition towards this next season. Jason got the stories about what happened over there. Jaylen got the stories about, hey man, I ain't even get to go over there to hear the stories that you was even
Jaylen
in.
wasn't even on the team, but Jason, you ain't play.
So we both feel a certain type of way, so we can use that.
They both got to feel another type of way because Derek White gets brought in to replace Kawhi.
Yes.
And I'm in here.
And you playing over both of us.
Oh, yeah.
So
My team now.
Either that contributes to Derek being better than we thought, and we can use that fuel with Derek. Say, hey, Derek, keep doing what you was doing when you was out there. Let's keep this thing going. Let's keep flowing, right? Instead of everybody feeling some type of way about it, hey, let's just contribute this to something that we can feed off of.
And I feel like they've both been in the league long enough. We've talked about with this situation that happened this summer, obviously winning the chip, kind of caused any rift amongst them, but they both played together long enough and now accomplished that goal, gotten to see what it feels like to win a chip that they will likely try to do it again. I don't anticipate a lot to happen, but we asked the chat, who is the Celtics' number one option? 47% said Tatum. Jaylen Brown got 18%. Neither their 1A, 1B received 35% of the votes.
We love
Wow.
one.
There's 19.
Hold on, what was the options? That was confusing.
Jaylen, or both.
Wow.
So Jaylen got third
18.
place.
He got 18.
There's.
Wow.
I'm trying to. When you said that that he took the team on his back, right? That first round he didn't lead the team in nothing. Round 2 he didn't lead the team in nothing.
I wasn't talking about
Round 3. So what is he leading it in?
Effort.
Is you watching the
Effort
game?
and
You
I watched
watching the game?
Yeah, I watched the game. I'm trying to figure out what he leading him in.
So when you watching the game,
He didn't have one double-double in 19 games.
you'll see energy plays, effort plays that don't come up in the stat book.
You know what I'm saying is, in 19 games, not a double-double. Not one double-double in 19 games. The other kid who got screwed on everything had 15 out of 19.
Yeah.
15 double-doubles out of 19 games, and they both the same fucking height.
rebounds when you're not guarding them.
They're the same height.
You're not guarding the hardest guy on the floor. You're chasing him around. You can't go out here and go get double doubles. You gotta guard this dude. You 6'9". You're not guarding the hardest dude. Go get the rebound, bro. Do what I can't do. Obviously, we got two different positions. I'm gonna go do this. This is harder than you doing what you do. The ball come to you. I gotta go stop this dude. He averaged 35.
Who?
Luka.
And he averaged 30. He had a damn near triple.
I gotta go try to stop this guy. He averages 30.
Go to try.
He averages 30. I gotta go try to stop
Right,
this guy.
But that's four. That's 5
Either
games.
1A, 1B.
What about the 11 other games that I had a
So the
double-double?
rebounds can be the rebounds for the stat, but when
But
you a
Jason
hooper and
don't
you
gotta go
watching,
get those rebounds,
when you
though.
watching, you know when the team needed plays to be made, Jaylen Brown came through and made plays.
He didn't get
Game-changing
He
plays.
didn't get double one time and not
He
one.
didn't.
But
He
that's what I'm
didn't.
saying.
But he made the plays.
But what I'm saying is you can say he didn't get doubled ever. So how can he be and step his game up and he is the guy that gets all the stuff from being double teamed. This guy's being double teamed. You should be able to lead us in scoring because this guy is being. I just don't see where this.
Everybody has their function. I don't need to function at all different aspects of everything we're doing. I can function as this two-way player that goes and gets you a bucket when you need a bucket. And I'm going to stop this dude you need to be stopped. That's my function. Jason Tatum, your function is to go out here and get buckets.
Get buckets and
Get the rebound. So we both doing our function. I just do my function when the team needs it.
So, question for you guys. Can you be the number one option on a team but not the best player?
Yes.
I think so.
Wait, hold on. Wait, say that again.
Can you be the number one
I think so.
option
Be the best player,
but not
yeah,
the best
because
player?
then they cater
Yeah.
to what you're good at.
Yeah.
Can you be the
on a lot
number
of
one?
teams.
Wait, hold on. Can you be the number one option on the team,
but not
Not
the
be
best
the
player?
best.
but
not
not
best
be the
player.
best player on the team?
Yes.
You can be. I mean,
Yeah.
that doesn't. It happens, but
Can you give me an example?
Lou Will,
Who?
Jamal Crawford.
Was that again?
Lou Will, Jamal Crawford.
Lou Will was the best player on the team
So
at that moment in time. He just came off the bench, but he was still the best player.
He wasn't the number one option on the
We
But he was number one option.
when
When he was
came
out there, he
when
was the number
out-
one
Yeah,
option.
yeah, yeah.
No, what I'm saying
for
is-
the team, whoever the star of the team is the number one option. He wasn't the star. He was the sixth man.
But there was nobody in the starting lineup that was actually better than him.
That's what I
He
was
just did that to
saying.
keep his pay down.
Yeah,
So
he was
he's-
the best player,
But he
but he
is the
wasn't.
best player and the number one option because at the end of the game, it's him.
When he gets
so
out
I need
there,
a
he's
real example.
absolutely-
So let's use the example from this past finals.
No,
You
because
said
that's
Jason-
jaded. Go name somebody
You
else.
said Jason Tatum's the number
Name
one option.
somebody else because he's the
Jaylen?
best player and the number one option. So that doesn't make
So
sense.
then why was he not the most valuable player?
Because
of
the
that
narrative
We
was
know
already
why.
pushed. So that's what I said. Pick
That is what
somebody
you mean.
else.
You know
Pick
why?
somebody else that
So
is-
now you discrediting Jaylen Brown.
No.
I'm not.
Yeah, you
No,
are, because you
love
saying
Jaylen Brown.
you know why. So a
No,
narrative
pick
had
somebody-
to be pushed
you
for him
can't
to
use
win.
this
What's the
one.
narrative?
He won
Pick
because
somebody-
he was a dog and he showed up in the final.
Pick somebody
I don't think
else.
he didn't
Pick
not
somebody
deserve
else
it.
so we can see an example of the best player or the not being the best player, the number one option. Who is that?
Who's the best player on the Lakers, in your opinion? Just asking.
Oh shit, Sheryl! Don't you do that to him? Still early. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at my roof. You did this to my roof.
We're
Look at
just
my
having a
roof.
conversation.
I got to live here, Sheryl. I got to live here. You get into it with them people.
You seen that list up there, right? Do you see that list up there? The top 10 list? He was number 7. 7. There was not another
Why you
Laker in
looking
front
like
of
that?
him.
Why you
There was
looking
not
like that?
another Laker up there, okay?
Josiah, who's the number one option?
LeBron James.
Who's the best player?
LeBron James. At 40.
Facts. No facts.
Which I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just going to speak a fact.
Really?
I'm really upset with the mindset of the Lakers because there's no way I'm in my 21, 23, 25, 30, healthy, and I'm going to let a 40-year-old outbeat me in anything. I'm sorry. Not a sprint,
Nothing.
not eating, not getting on the bus, not going to sleep. Hey, you sleep yet?
Your old ass. Your old
I'm gonna beat him. I'm
Get
not,
your old ass up.
wake up. Like, I'm not gonna let you beat me in
I'm
nothing.
trolling you every day. Your old ass.
This becomes internal.
Absolutely.
If I hear he got there at 1:30, I'm getting at 1 o'clock, I'm fucking my day up.
Oh, man.
I need to prove to him that I'm worthy. I'm
That's
not
what
gonna
you're
let
supposed
him
to do.
beat me. That's
But Gil, this is
Even if
he's
it's 40.
40.
He's
This is
beating
something.
everybody and
I'm beating him and his son.
And
Goodbye.
son.
This is something that you've talked about before, though, right? When you went and watched Kobe's workout, but you have LeBron, right? You have this guy who's the pinnacle of staying in shape, staying healthy. Year 22, doing things that have never
You're
been done.
bullshitting.
If you're a member of the Los Angeles Lakers, why am I just not looking exactly what LeBron does every day? And like
He's
you said,
40 years old
You
and
get there
he's
at
ranked
7, I'm there at
7?
6:59.
But he's 40 years old and he's still ranked 7 in the NBA. And I'm sitting there 27, 28, 30, and I'm 17. I know everybody's looking at me like, yo, you can't mimic the 40-year-old? He eating broccoli, I'm eating broccoli. What's better than broccoli? McDonald's gone. He done set an example for me. I just don't get it. Where
It's
is,
true. That's facts, for real.
if you put Jordan in the locker room right now, 4 months, right? Jordan had the big head with the skinny body, because you know you can't change the head size, right? Once you gain weight, it don't get smaller, right?
This is true.
It don't get smaller, so it's gonna stay the same size. But Jordan to be ripped, because he will literally be trying to beat him in everything. The competitor, where's the competitive? Because if you're competing with LeBron James, you're automatically winning. You're getting better naturally.
We don't even see nobody with that type of physique even trying to mimic that size, that stature, that speed, no one's trying to get there.
They think they have time.
I think it's opposite. I think that they don't
they're
think
scared.
they can get there at all.
I think they're scared.
They're scared.
It's just like anybody. Everybody wants to get better until they see the process.
Yeah. I don't want to do that.
They wanna
Too
talk-
much.
yeah.
It's like when I see, Dwight,
True.
he's like, yeah, I do 500 push-ups a day. Oh, hell no,
That's too much.
I'm good. I don't want the muscles now. I'm not gonna be sitting at home watching TV. Now I gotta sit there and do a pack of 20s, a pack of. You remember I asked you said do 200 a day.
Yeah.
2 days.
And that was it.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm cool. It's too
good.
much time. It's
That was 400 for the month.
That's it. You bargain with
Whatever.
yourself. You bargain like,
Yeah.
I got
I know. Listen, I know. Kobe
That's still
said.
13 a day.
Hey, Kobe said you do not negotiate with yourself.
Negotiate.
I did.
All the time. I think I did enough for the week.
The 400. I'm
See y'all
good.
next Friday.
I'm serious, and that's what ends up happening in the NBA. So, who is the second option? Who is the second option, but not the best player, or whatever, however you word it?
First option.
No.
Who's the first option, but the
Can you be
Can
the
you be
number
the
one
best
option, but not the
player?
best player?
Can you be the number one option, but not the best
the
player?
number one, but the last 5 minutes, or how does that work? Because I know Sam
That's
Cassell.
what we was just, yeah. That's
It depends.
what I'm talking about.
Are you the number one option the whole game, or just
That's
moment?
what
Right,
I'm talking about the whole game.
The whole
There's a
game?
difference.
I'm talking about
Like
the
it's
whole
your
game. We going
team.
through you.
Like it's
Ticket.
your
It's
shit.
we going through Ticket. He's the number one option. We can't shoot it until he touch it. He don't touch it, you better not shoot it. You coming out.
Shit, it'd be
Well, I mean,
Boston Celtics team. Like, you can try to figure out the Paul Pierce. Like, who was they really
It had to
going
be
through?
number one.
Like, he's the best player on the team, but they're going through Paul still.
They're going through Paul.
well, probably, but
Oh.
sometimes that best player may be getting double teamed.
Yeah.
So you
Only-
gotta go to the next
The
best
secondary.
player,
No.
which would be the number one option.
It can be.
I-
It can be the. You can do that with Steve Nash, Amari. You can try to figure out. They're going through Amari.
Yep.
But was he the
Steve
best
was the
player?
best. Steve
you know
was
what I
the
mean?
best.
So it only happens with a point guard. Point guard.
So it happens, though.
It does happen.
See, Gil?
Well,
Shaq,
That's why I'm
Shaq,
about these
Shaq and Kobe.
I was thinking
but
too.
Shaq was the number one option.
Shaq was number one option, but he was still the best player too.
Up until.
But that was the beef. The beef was when Kobe felt he was the number one option and the best
Reggie
player.
and who?
Reggie and Jermaine O'Neal.
Ain't O'Neal.
But it was
Reggie was
O'Neal
number
the best
one.
player, but he
Yeah.
was number one option too.
Reg.
It'll be this year. Who's going to be the number one option? And who's the best player on Milwaukee?
I think that ain't gonna change.
See, I think this shit is it's right now what's going on. But back then, shit was established. We knew who was number one
Facts.
and who was number two.
Yep.
Right? We know who we were going through and who was the best player. Now you have these teams teaming up, and there's two stars
Coming to the same team.
coming to the
Sometimes
same
three.
team.
But I also think sometimes it's about
That's a rare one. Like
But
there's one out there. There's an example out there. We just gotta find it.
The chat talked about
also
the Spurs.
who is defending you,
Yes.
right?
You get
Who
the best
might
defender.
not be the
vouching
best
for you.
player.
You get the best defender, you're probably the best.
But I'm saying even
You're talking about Tim Duncan's
if
first year?
you're like the second option, if you got a weak ass defender on you, like we're saying, give her the ball.
Yeah.
Because she can't guard her.
No, but we're
Right.
talking about the whole season. Is there a second option that was the number one option the whole season? Who was the second best player but was the number one option? Tim Duncan's first year?
I always think about the Clippers, man.
But he was the best.
With Jamal was on that team. Jamal Crawford was the best player on that team, but they went through Blake.
Okay.
They went through Blake Griffin with the Clippers.
See,
But
he
when
would've-
Jamal came in, he was the best player. It was like, let him rock. Let him
They
do
said
it.
Shaq Wade as an example from
Shaq
the
Wade.
chat.
But they went through.
Good.
But they went-
Magic Kareem.
But they went through Wade.
Now, when Shaq first got there, they went through
That was
Shaq.
they lost the championship year. They went through Wade.
But they changed it.
But Wade wasn't the best player. That was the second year.
Yeah,
Remember?
Shaq was the best player still.
Shaq was still the best player.
Yeah.
It transferred
Yeah.
year three.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only close example that I can think off top is Murray and Joker. That
You think Murray better?
Because remember, Murray was better
From the
got
bubble?
hurt.
from the bubble,
Yeah.
He got hurt, right?
right?
He got hurt.
But was he the best player? Was Joker always the best player, but he let Murray rock? Right? See, that's the only
one,
one
yeah.
that gives you the. Was Joker always the best player on the team?
Because
but
he is unselfish like
But
that.
he let Murray do his thing.
I think we're gonna see it with the Kings too this year. Whose team is it? Now you've thrown DeRozan in the mix.
And how effective can DeRozan be being an outside of the 1-2 punch? He's always been a 1-2 puncher. So if you got Sabonis and Fox doing their 1-2, where does that leave DeRozan?
I feel like he's going to get in where he fits.
And it's very interesting because I think Fox and Sabonis are like super underrated, and then DeRozan is very not underrated in my opinion. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that dynamic works with someone like DeRozan coming in with all this fanfare and respect that Fox and Sabonis just don't have for whatever reason, and just see how that dynamic works.
They like the little Stockton Malone kind of duo, Sabonis Fox. They don't get that respect. They in a small market. They effective, highly effective. Then you get somebody like Jeff Hornacek. I ain't saying DeRozan is Jeff Hornacek per se, but just a third piece. that third piece that can help you get over the hump.
So thank you for prefacing that because you know how to
run
challenge
with it.
react.
They take it and run with it. Every try to talk
KG.
hoop with it.
Paul Pierce was the best player, and he went through Paul Pierce.
All right, so let's go back to Jaylen Brown for 1 second. Shah, we got to address something that you sent to the group chat this morning that you were passionate about. Back in May, during the episode of First Take, there was a discussion on why some people think Jaylen Brown isn't marketable, and Stephen A. Smith read a text from an unnamed source.
But I want to read to y'all what an NBA source just sent me. He said, Jaylen Brown, it's not so much that he's underrated, it's that he's just not liked because of his, quote, I am better than you attitude. He knows it. It's the same reason he is not as marketable as he should be.
So, in response to the clip, Jaylen Brown tweeted at Stephen A., state your source. Stephen A. refused. It was an unnamed source. He likes to protect his sources, journalistic integrity, if you want to call it.
Made that up.
You know, that's what I'm saying. I could text any one of y'all right now, unnamed source. But the pair sat down for an interview recently to address Stephen A.'s comments, with Brown wearing a state your source shirt and offering these thoughts.
Honestly, I couldn't wait to address this unnamed source. Right. I know they probably will be watching this. 'Cause people like that are always watching. And I wanted to let them know that I had a great summer. Like, just as simple as that. Like, I traveled the world, I went to Umrah. I won 2 MVPs. I, launched Black Wall Street in Oakland and made a music video. I had a blast.
Right.
So I wanted to let them know that I had a great summer. I really wanted to address them directly, but I feel like since this all kind of happened on your platform, I wanted to send a message to you, to them.
Right.
Because you only the person that knows who the source is. And I basically wanted to say to them that I think it's cowardice. I think historically, unnamed sources have attacked some of our greats. And we are not responsible for what they lack in design. Frankly, they can call all their buddies, they pals and friends from all over the world, all the unnamed sources, and they can shove it where they got it from. Whether they think I'm marketable or not, I walk with God. I'm gonna be me and stand with my community in this life and the next, and that's my journalistic integrity.
So shout out to Stephen A. Smith, Stephen A. Smith Show for doing the interview.
Did he tell him his source?
No.
All right, Stephen A. Well,
I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. So Shad, thoughts on Jaylen Brown's response to the unnamed sources out there speaking on him and other important figures around the league?
I find it egregious as a journalist that you stand behind unnamed sources when plagiarism is all about citing your source. Cite your source, or your sources not credible unless we know who it is. An anonymous source can come from anywhere. One of your friends who just don't like Jaylen Brown can text you and say, I need you to say this on the show today. Because we trying to kill his deals. So when Jaylen Brown get on TV and he can't speak for himself because he still got brands, he still got things in the work like Black Wall Street in Oakland, right? So imagine this comes out right before he made a statement saying, I just got $300 million and I'm gonna build Black Wall Street in Boston. You better get that Negro off that nag. I don't know why you think you got that kind of power. You're not marketable. You're not the face of the league. You're not a USA Olympian. Who you think you are? But we're gonna send this dude in here to do it. We're gonna send him in to set you straight because we can't tell you who we are. How? How? And you can sit up there in front of him as a homie and say, I can't give you my source. Imagine if you really with the homies and you tell me, hey, you tell me something somebody said about me and I say, well, who said it? You say, man, I can't tell you. You my homie, right? Well, you can't tell me what I need to set that straight. I need to be able to combat that. I can't combat an unnamed source.
Yep. 100%.
I just find it egregious, man. It's not good journalism. And I feel like when Jaylen Brown attacked him and came face to face, he has a lot of things he couldn't have said as he wanted to say.
who, Jaylen?
Jaylen.
You know, the problem is the reason that there's this big turn any goddamn way, right? That what does journalism rely on?
Facts.
Right? What do they, like when you break down their job, the Wojs and all of them, what do they rely on? All their information about the sport
Unnamed source
has to come from somebody else because they've never done it, right? So if someone like Woj tells you who's giving you the information, it means he's not fucking important anymore.
Because you just go ahead.
You're not important. You're a vessel for information. You're a preacher, not God.
Wow. Whoa. Wow. Can we get a? 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 I've been waiting for that. Yeah.
That was good shit.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah. You's a preacher.
He's back.
Wake on up.
That was good. That was
Brother
good.
Knowledge. Brother Knowledge, kick it.
I'm just saying that
Oh, I'm gonna use that.
because they can't talk the game, the
That was
X's
good.
and O's,
That was good.
that they need someone to give them the information for it to be breaking news. So they can't give you their sources. They can't give you the general manager or the owner or this agent. They can't give you those sources because it messes up the credibility of this person, because now Jaylen Brown is going to go back to whoever said it. And you're right. So all their information, what gives them money is these sources. So you can't give them up.
So, Gil, I just got a text from an unnamed source that says Stephen A's unnamed source was a combination of Brad Stevens, Jason Tatum, and Joe Mazzulla. Let's stir the pot right now. We're going to create that dissension amongst the Celtics right now.
Why do y'all keep doing
We're going to create that dissension.
That's how I know everybody is
Fight back,
serious.
Jaylen.
I've never seen so many people trying to tear a team apart this way internally.
No, that's everything.
Well,
The Kobe and Shaq and all that. I mean,
No.
even when you go back to the Kobe and Shaq, they both had their own separate trainers that couldn't touch the other one. Don't touch him, right? I have my media guy that I talk to.
But we knew that was going on.
But that's how
we don't ever see these two
But that's how it starts.
at odds with each other.
No, but that's how it usually starts. Where you like, if you talk to me directly, you're gonna make me look good, and you're gonna make him look bad if you want all my takes.
Yeah.
Same with him.
Yeah.
You got him, and if I see you talking to him and then you write something good, I don't fuck you no more. Right? And that's what ends up happening. So everyone has a source. So there's no such thing as breaking news.
But we got to
because
somebody already knew it.
I can give it to you, or I can give it to you. Like think about if someone reports who the Lakers is going to draft 2 minutes earlier. Who knows the information originally? Only the people in the Lakers office know, okay, we're going to pick this person. So that means they have to leak it to someone for that person to report it. If I don't leak it to you, I'm going to leak it to someone. So
But even the leaking, right?
There's always a source.
There's a leak, right? There's a source, right? But we sitting there in real time watching Stephen A talk to Jay Will and the other homie, and he's saying, I just received a text message. This text message is so important that I gotta share it with y'all right now.
TV.
It's so important that I gotta tell y'all how important it is that Jaylen Brown is not marketable, and how this particular person's opinion of him, I want everyone else to form an opinion on him around this as well. So let me say this out loud to the world, so you all can now start a narrative around this young man being arrogant and too smart and too credible to be around right as it goes into the NBA playoffs.
So what did the
Easy.
Did you watch the interview?
The easiest thing to think when it comes to Jaylen Brown, if Stephen A is going to use the source information, it has to be credible for him, and it has to be very high up, right?
And that's what we would think.
When
I get it, I'm going to read it on the air.
Like somebody, like whenever he usually says a source, we can tell, oh, Jordan text me this, right? So most of his sources is very high up, right? It's not going to be some middleman. It's not going to be a coach, right? It's going to be somebody in the marketing. So we can say, probably Nike, right?
But
you know
like,
what I mean?
It
has
reveals where it came from. They'll be like, they'll see all the bias probably attached.
But it doesn't help.
It ain't a Nike employee. It's going to be somebody really high that really their opinion matters, because they don't have a deal with them.
Could their opinion be instrumental in perhaps constructing an Olympic roster?
How would you feel if in your situation,
Yes, completely.
while going through your situation, right?
Stir it up.
You got somebody on the outside media stirring the pot to have everyone think opposite of what mistake you made based on someone else's opinion on the outside. We don't know who it is, so we can't say it's a higher upper. We can't say it ain't no politician. We can't say it ain't somebody overseas. We don't know. All we know is he got this text and he won't tell us who it is. So if I get a text and I get something that says something about Stephen A and I say it's just my opinion, I'm gonna start a rumor.
Yeah, what if he didn't have
You are not a journalist. You are a chatty patty. You taking something somebody told you on your phone and said, I'm going to say this, allegedly.
There could have been no text.
People in the NBA don't like Jaylen Brown and they don't think he's marketable. They think he arrogant. They think he this. They think he that. It's like, well, what? The main guy you talking about says, hey, I need to know who's your source. Who told you that? And you know the code in the urban community. Hey, bro, I need to know who told you that, man. I can't tell you, bro.
Bubble.
Well, you can't be around me.
I can tell you this.
You can't be around me.
1,000%. 1,000%. Off the record, I'm going to tell you who this is. You just can't repeat it.
Think that's happening?
1,000%.
He has to tell her.
So Jaylen Brown knows exactly.
Has to tell her.
1,000.
For me to do this
feel like
interview.
Stephen is
For me to do this interview.
No,
you gotta tell
no.
me.
Period.
He also.
I want you to think about how he's saying what he's saying. I want the people who told you to know.
Yes, he did. Just like that.
I want them to know who, right? He's saying it as if I know who you are.
Yeah.
I promised him I wouldn't say it because he promised me for the information. So I know moving further what I'm dealing with here.
Yep.
Right? Because let's just be honest. If you listen, Stephen A. is very different from the rest of them. If you have a problem with him, if he says something you don't like, he will give you the opportunity to defend yourself.
Yeah.
Right? So
No.
Jaylen,
Yeah.
not you yet. Not yet. You just got to.
And he ain't holding himself accountable.
He gotta
either.
come on to
He
your
wasn't
pod.
holding himself accountable either, Sheryl.
I gave him the invite.
Okay. And what
You DM'd him?
he ducking?
He ain't responded.
On the DM?
I tagged him.
That ain't work. You got a
public.
DM.
Wait,
Tagged
tagged
him.
who?
No, I tagged him and I DM'd him. But
Ooh, he ain't look at the DM?
I said, bring me on your show or come on mine.
He ain't
He gotta
look at
come
the
on
DM?
I
yours.
got to respond.
He got to
I mean,
come
has
to
he
your
looked at
home
it?
court.
I don't know if the-
Do you got the blue
I didn't
check?
say it.
Yes! We got one! Yeah! Write it down!
Finally!
It was just,
Everybody in the chat like,
Yes.
that was-
Yes.
everybody in the chat like,
Who is she talking about?
Stephen A.
Oh.
Stephen A. tried to call
she
him out.
said,
It didn't come out. It didn't come
But
out.
Underdog did acknowledge that was inappropriate for the moment and where
Did he
so
respond? He didn't respond?
No, he didn't respond.
What did your message say?
they will give you a 100% profit match.
But, so I'm sorry, because I want you to finish your point, whatever you were saying.
but you usually, besides you're off one, he usually gives everybody a chance to. But if you ask him a
Everyone
question
except Sheryl.
and you promise not to say it, he will give you the answer. So Jaylen knows.
But the damage is
I'm
done
glad
already.
Jaylen knows because you know how to move forward.
But my thing is the
the thing
damage. That's what he wanted to let Stephen A. know. Listen, bro, look, the damage is done, but I just feel some type of way sitting in front of you. Like, why would you do that? Why would you put my whole reputation in jeopardy based
Yeah, like,
on
what
an
was the-
opinion of
what
one of
was
your
the
friends?
benefit of him even
Nothing.
Probably
saying that?
Probably saying it to let like.
Because why can't
Instead of asking us questions on why you're not getting these things, I'm letting you know some persons, this is what it is. If you're Jaylen or anybody, sometimes you need to know why certain things ain't happening for you. Right. Because the people around, like if I'm Jaylen,
Agreed.
I'm happy that he said it because the people around me is not gonna tell me the truth. Right? So this outside person said, I can look at him like, oh, you a hater, or I can look at it like,
Cool, thanks.
Is that how? But this is my thing with that.
I want to know what the outside world is really saying about me because I'm averaging 28. I'm doing this, and I'm not getting the same
did you
deal as
have
other
to
people.
say it on
That's
TV?
not the outside world, though. That's
is.
one person.
No.
And that's the difference.
Nah.
When you got one person saying, I don't like the way he walk. I don't like the way he talk. I don't like none of that.
But I'm not getting it.
But a lot of people must
But I'm not. But what I'm saying is, but what he's saying
enough to say it on television.
But what he's
like
saying
that.
is, it's really actually happening in real time because I'm not being judged fair. So it has to be something.
No, it ain't. It
has to be something.
Because of what he's saying. It's because I'm in control. They're not in control of me. That's what Jaylen Brown represents. Freedom. He is a sovereign man.
Well, that's what he's saying. Unlikable.
Yes.
Unlikable. Why am I unlikable?
Because he's
look,
not.
he said
can't be controlled.
in the interview, watch it all the way through. This is
So
what
he
I'm
said,
passionate
I'm gonna
about.
always stand with my people in this life and
In
the
the
next.
next. He also said this. He said when he was drafted, they had a knock on him.
Yeah, he's
The
too
knock-
smart.
The knock was he's too
Too
smart.
smart.
And you know what the other knock was? You're always gonna question authority.
You know what? I'm gonna take Jaylen.
Do you know what that means?
I'm gonna take Too
Do you know what that
Because
means?
I just saw a video of 3 NBA players not know where Egypt was in the world.
But what I'm
That
saying,
upset me.
so you're saying, but you're
I'ma
saying
take the smart.
he was smarter and more arrogant than Kobe Bryant.
He
Oh, what
is
that
a guy
means,
that's.
we don't like
he,
that.
He understands logic. He understands you trying to tell him to running through a brick wall, and he's like, it's a brick wall. Why would I do that?
Why
But
can't
I'm
I-
not
why
that
can't I
dummy.
go around
While everybody
it?
else is like, huh? You're not gonna just run through it?
He's like, can I jump over it? Can I build a ladder?
He asking simple questions too, like why would I run through the brick wall?
There's a door right there. Can I walk through that?
I'm gonna walk through the door.
Can I just run a
Like, that's
17
Jaylen Brown,
instead?
like,
But if he's smart, but just like an educated man, he's gonna want to know who his enemies are in real life.
Exactly.
So I know he asked them, so he can know what he's dealing with. You want to know if there's someone poking a hole at the bottom of the milk carton.
you know,
And
While I'm
he's
filling it
and
up, I'm
he's
trying to
and
fill
he's
it up.
had massive success despite all this too. On top of it,
That's why we're not worried about no enemies.
At all.
We're not worried about them at all because they're gonna show up regardless. When success shows,
At all.
enemies show. You don't see no enemies when you on the bottom.
Like Cat
Looking
Williams
around,
said about
everybody
haters.
trying to be somebody else's
Say it
enemy.
again.
You know
Say it
what I'm saying?
again.
You don't see none of that. So I look at it like, look, bro, they did what they did. I forgive you. I forgive you. But moving forward, you got to move around.
Yeah,
But you can
Yeah.
you can say that.
yeah.
You can say move around.
I think he know. I think Stephen A. know he
Move
got to
around.
move around.
No,
he
he
messed up because he
Just
put
like-
this man
Gotta
on
move
the
around.
No, I didn't mess up because me and him, we good.
Of course.
I told you who it is. So when you're trying to build Black Wall Street, you know, you really know like what you're dealing with, because at the end of the day, it's the same entities that can say, "Hey, I don't want this to come off the ground." I have sources, and these sources can fund that, and I'm telling them not to. We know how this world works. We know how everything works. So, with Jaylen, he understands now I have an ally who's going to tell me rumbles that's going on, so I know how to move.
I don't think he rolling. I think Jaylen is one of them dudes like, I don't need your resources. I don't need none of that. But listen, man, keep my name out your mouth, bro.
Yeah.
Keep my name out your mouth, bro. Like, I understand you trying to get, viewers and all that, but you messing up Black excellence over here. We doing something bigger than clicks and views, bro. So you messing up the wrong guy's name. There's a lot of other guys you could have named that were not marketable other than me. Okay, Steve?
he's doing real good things.
Okay, Steve, he doing
is.
great. He doing some of the
He
most
is.
amazing things, and you wouldn't even retract your statement. You
When
said,
did it come
I'm not taking nothing back.
When
I
did it come
stand
out?
on my business. It's like, what?
When did his shoe? When he
Jaylen,
decided to throw his shoe stuff?
A month ago.
After, right?
Yep. After everything.
So I mean, it was in the
after the
work.
season.
No.
After the
Olympics and all of that stuff,
Yeah,
the
everything.
Olympics.
right?
The song, the shoes.
So there's a group he really don't like.
September 25th is when he unveiled.
The commercial
741
industry, the
Performance Brand.
majors. He's independent.
So his beef is who? With who? We can just Nike.
He's previously
I
said
think
too.
it's just
Nike?
Did he say that on the show
Yeah.
too?
The-
that
what
he
is
has
that?
to switch
higher
over?
ups.
If he has to switch over to Nike, he wouldn't go to the
He doesn't
2028
care about
Olympics.
playing
He don't
the
care about
Olympics.
all.
So
Yeah.
So we see who it is.
so if we're gonna say someone's saying they're not marketable,
Hold on, what did you
because
say?
I
He
won't-
said what?
He was
He
talking
has
about
to
the
be
20.
a Nike athlete to be on the team. He just won't be on the
He
team.
said he just won't do
Oh,
it.
he gonna keep his brand.
No, he has to keep his. No, what I'm saying. Yes.
Oh, he stayed
So
on
so
He
that
said.
Oh,
his
that's
beef.
why we rolling with Jaylen Brown.
But
What?
But-
hey, if I had to change my shoe that I made, my brand, I had to change this to be on to wear Nike, just to be on that, man, y'all move around. I'm rolling with him.
But we
That's
know,
a leader.
But I'm saying we know
All
who
day.
we know who his issue is with, right? We know who his enemy is probably, right? So, who told you? Bet.
Got it.
I got it.
And that's what he said about the
I
other.
got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. I know.
State your source.
State your source.
Oh, I thought you were.
No, I'm just saying he got it.
Yeah, on his shirt. Yeah.
He got it. He know who it is, so he knows how to move. That's what I'm saying. I want to know who my
Right,
enemy
so I
is,
can move
so I know how to
accordingly.
move.
Yeah.
Yep. So got to take.
Do we give Stephen A. a pass for the fumble?
It ain't a fumble. It's information that he didn't have before.
But he's doing this. I get my information out of thin air.
But
You
is it?
just printing money. You just now all of a sudden you can come up with a source to create a topic. I would rather you just create a ESPN topic to say, is Jaylen Brown marketable?
I'm printing money.
But even in that, he said he read it from a source, went on to say that he didn't necessarily agree with what that source was saying.
So why read it?
And we talked about it back to
All
back.
right, so that's the point. So none of it makes sense, but you got a lot of clicks and views and you kind of destroy
And I say,
reputation.
but he's
Why?
saving the money. It can't be a repetition if it's already out there. Because Jaylen Brown, I'm pretty sure Jaylen Brown is just like anybody. Why am I not getting these?
The regular fan did not know anything about what Stephen A. Smith said.
No.
The
Right,
regular fan had no idea.
The topic was him being an underrated player, and then Stephen A. threw that.
Yes.
This
Not
is he's
marketable.
Now, if you're Jaylen Brown and you're sitting here averaging 20 and doing all this and you wonder why you're not getting stuff and nobody's telling you, I'm pretty sure Dame.
But
Why am I not getting all NBAs and I'm not doing this? And Trae Young.
No.
I've been averaging 26 and 10. What's going on? Somebody tell me something.
I just got $300 million. I got everything I could ever ask for.
So I don't need you.
I'm cool.
But what I'm saying is-
But you still don't want people.
But what I'm saying is, you don't think Trae Young want to know what's going on with his name behind
If
closed
I got
doors?
300, I'm not thinking about none of y'all.
Well, NBA is
Because
throwing
my
money
three-
at everybody, so that doesn't
there's
it's
300
important, obviously, but
Yeah, I'm getting-
That's
throw
what we
money.
work
I'm getting
for.
300,
We're not
but-
working for people's appreciation of people's
Yes,
opinions.
because there's life after basketball.
getting-
But the
300.
opinion of another person is not life. That's just slavery. I'm not out here moving around trying to appease somebody else's opinion of me. Jaylen Brown is moving exactly how men supposed to move.
I'm getting 300, but my game is worth 600.
Yeah, because
that
I'm
means
being
there's a
sabotaged.
there's a
I got another black man.
There's a 300
I got another black
people
man.
won't tell me
I got
what's going
another
on.
black man trying to sabotage my bread.
No, he's
live on
saying
TV.
it loud. He's not the one that's not giving me.
He
all
not
NBA.
telling me who did it.
But why couldn't he just reach out to Jaylen?
And tell him. Why you got to tell the world?
Why
You told the world
why
before
couldn't
you
he
told
just reach out to
Jaylen.
Jaylen and say, listen, my source, whoever, this is what they're
what if
saying
he
about
did?
you.
Who told Trae Young?
Instead of,
What if he did?
Instead
He's
of,
like, I'm also gonna.
It's
But who's
lame
told Trae?
shit. It's lame shit.
Who's
Y'all
telling
know.
Trae Young though?
That's fair.
Who's telling this man who's been leading the league in assists, averaging a double-double, we're not inviting you to nothing.
We know
no all-star, no
Stephen A.
all
didn't get up there and say the shit about Trae Young. So
But if you're
that's
Trae-
the disadvantage. It's like, why you ain't say it about Trae?
But if you want Trae, but if I'm Trae Young, I want to know this. Like I want to know.
The way
Hey,
Trae Young gets disrespected.
Well, I want to know.
Crazy.
Is there something I can do to change it? Because to be honest, I don't like this feeling. I don't like this feeling where I'm looking around and you pushing everybody in front of me on everything. USA tryouts, fucking the weak feeble tryout, them sorry motherfuckers on the team. Like you're not even putting me on that group.
So it's
right?
fuck everybody.
So let me
It's
know.
fuck everybody.
Let me know what I need to do.
Nah.
Give me a chance to compromise my integrity. At least give me the chance. right?
So-
if I got to bend over and spread the cheeks, give me the opportunity to do it.
Well, and
give it to me.
hold on, let me jump in here.
Son.
Let me jump in here.
I want to be,
Nah,
I want to be the Marvel. I want to be the Marvel next
Nah,
black hero.
son.
Give me the chance. God damn it!
That's the
What I'm
room-
saying is,
That's the room down there to the
but
left.
give
bro.
me
You
the
gotta go
chance.
down to that
Give
room
me the
over
chance
there.
to say no. Give me the chance.
give it a
I might be with it. Right?
So-
I might be with it. You gotta give me the chance first.
no,
So don't
no,
keep
no.
giving it to them.
No.
Right?
Speaking of-
I might be a hold down inside.
Speaking of marketability,
Just give me a chance. Offer. Hey, you know what they say? Offer me the $400, right? Speaking, I might got rent due.
speaking of marketability, I just got another text from an unnamed source that says Gil's Arena merch is finally here.
Yeah.
Go to gilsarenamerch.com. That's gilsarenamerch.com to access to our first drop. You see Gil rocking
Let's
the Lakers
go.
themed Gil's Arena shirt. If you like what you've seen us rocking on the show, head on over there. We got a link in the video, link in the bio, link in the description, all that stuff. Everybody in the chat, support us. Get your bread right so you have enough. Hopefully get enough N-words on this show to get you at least a sweatshirt. But go to gilsarenamerch.com to access to our first drop. And you already know Underdog got you covered with a new special every day in October. NBA season tips off tonight, and to celebrate, apply a 20% profit boost token to every NBA-only entry you make from now until October 27th. Check your lobby for the unlimited NBA profit boost tokens. Head over to the Underdog app, use promo code GIL, get $1,000 in bonus cash, and a new promo every day this month. So, Gil, I see you rocking the Lakers hat. I see you rocking the purple and gold. Gil's Arena shirt.
Woo!
So why not talk about the Lakers a little bit? Lakers
You
tip
don't have
off.
a hat on.
You're right, I don't.
But you letting the hair flow, so we gotta,
Yeah.
we'll let you do it. So Lakers tip off their season tonight against the Wolves in LA as LeBron enters year 22 in the league. Last season, Darvin Ham wanted to lean on younger players and put LeBron on a minutes restriction. It didn't last long. So Bron is coming off a limited offseason that saw him lead Team USA to Olympic gold, winning Olympic MVP for his efforts. After playing 76 games with the Lakers last season, including the playoffs, 77 if you include the play-in, which is the second most total games he's played since the COVID season. He was a third-team All-NBA selection, averaging 26 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, while being selected to his record 20th All-Star game. But he turns 40 in December. Gil, I see you rocking the Lakers supporting. How should the Lakers manage LeBron's workload this season, and how many games do you expect LeBron to play in this season?
Man, listen, from his career, he showed that he is A1 standard in everything you do. Winning, he's still coming from, the genetics of what Jordan stood for, what Kobe stood for. So he's gonna always buck against the idea of minute restrictions, right? I'm not gonna be available and then you're gonna say 22, 24 minutes. That's gonna be pushed out of the window because the game is the game, right? So, it's gonna either be you're gonna play me, or you're just gonna sit me. There's not gonna be this in-between play 22 minutes and, 22 minutes and it's a tie game and now I gotta sit. That's not gonna work, right? It's never have. Didn't work when they tried to do it with Jordan. There's gonna be a clash at some point, right? So he's gonna go out, he's gonna average his 25, 7 and 6, 20, whatever. And that's just gonna be that. He's gonna go out there, he's gonna play, he's gonna look great. This is not gonna, there's nothing that's gonna change from what we seen at the end of the season, from what we seen in the Olympics. That's not gonna change. He's gonna go out there and do what he's been doing, right? It's everybody else. Let's step up. Let's step up so he does not have to do this, right? The only way he's gonna average 22, 5 and 5 is if AD is averaging 30, if Rui is averaging 15, 16, if Lemon Daddy is averaging 21, 22, then he's gonna selfishly say, all right, I don't need to go hard like that. If they're not bringing it, he's gonna turn his engine on.
That's facts. That's facts. And that's what the whole thing for him extending is because he see how much they need him. Take him away from the team, what you got?
We got Bronny. We still got ticket sales.
Not a reason, for sure.
We got the ticket sales,
So he's always good. He always been smart.
What was that? Konnikova in tennis? We got that.
He always been,
Corner Cove.
he always been smart when it came to that though. Like understanding, like I know y'all need this production. So if the other guys ain't gonna step up, well, I gotta play. Darvin, I gotta play. So I mean, you can't blame him.
No, they got the.
But it's like to me, it's like, what is there to prove?
Honestly, I think he just wanted to play with Bronny. I really think that.
So if you're forced to play him, and the other players haven't stepped up yet, it's like y'all are behind the ball, depending on a guy who could check out any moment. He can decide he want to retire any moment.
Who?
Like
LeBron.
mid-season?
Whoa, no.
Never.
No
way.
Ever.
Nah, he's going.
I'm out of here,
He's
man.
gonna go out with a bang. He's gonna go out on his terms.
One thing is the same thing. He's gonna go out exactly like the people he's in the conversation with. Jordan went out with a bang. Kobe went out with a bang. I have to let you. I'm in the realm where we announce our last season, so you can give us our flowers. There's, you know what I mean? That's just the, so, you know, it's not going to be just this disappearing act in the middle of the season, right? I just think that, you know, either we're going to be in the middle of the road, and that's where LeBron is carrying us, or we're going to be top 1, 2, 3 because everybody else stepped the fuck up, right? We got the bones, right? We do have the bones. We do have AD. We do have solid players that know how to play this game. If D-Lo plays like a top 10, top 15 point guard, we're good.
Right, you have Bron
Right,
and
we're good. If everybody just steps up just a little bit more, we're a good team. Yeah. If Christian Woods come out and he's Robert Horry, but we're good.
Good in the West is 6.
Nah, but our bones is better than that.
No. The 6 in the West?
Good in the West is 6.
Good 5, 6 is in the West.
All right,
good.
be honest. Just be honest. Just be honest. Be honest. Where do you rank LeBron and AD for twos?
For duos?
For duos.
in the whole league.
In the whole league.
Given the production, given the amount of time they've been together.
Production, we're still 50. It's still 50 points a game.
No, I get it, but I'm just saying, as far as how long you've been together, you won that one chip.
Just the talent itself and the production from the talent. Just regular season. Just regular season.
I don't even have Damian. I guess.
Maybe
Wait, it's just them.
4.
Like,
So 4.
4.
who's
Okay, so 4. Okay, now Rui, Lemon Daddy, and D-Lo. Those 3 compared to everybody else's 3. Where would they rank?
Last.
Their production. You sure?
Mid. They'd be in the middle.
Okay.
There's another 3.
Because I don't think Lemon Daddy's production is high enough, and I definitely don't think Rui's high enough. They're both underachieving. They could be playing better for the
And that's what I'm saying. So now, if those 2, those 3 themselves as
will make
3,
you a good team.
If they can jump themselves as the little 3,
yes,
and go into the top 10,
yes, I agree.
Right? They can.
I say 5, 6. That's a good.
Now you got
team.
now you got the top 2, top 5, and then you got the middle 3, top 5. That's
solid.
That's what I'm saying. Those are great bones.
And that's the bones y'all have had for the last 5 years.
Them three, them 3 is what you first said. The last.
Yeah.
You just automatically threw in because that's how they've been producing.
Yeah, they've been producing that way. Yeah. Yeah.
But
y'all cooked.
Definitely not cooked.
West for sure.
But
Hey, stop calling us Diddy. No, listen.
I call it who did he?
Because of my
You
comment.
said us?
The comment.
They not like us.
I'm saying is this. I'm saying.
you said something about cheeks.
your
Cheeks.
Cheeks being.
You said you would do anything?
No, I did not say I'll do anything. I said
Don't say it
give
again.
me
Don't say it.
the opportunity to say no.
2 spread.
You know what I mean? Like, don't just like.
Don't just assume
Spread
you
'em.
just say no.
No, don't you? Yeah. Don't look at my. Don't look at me and say, "Nah, I'm good." He gonna punch me in the face. Just offer it to me and let me say no. I might say yeah. Right? You know what I mean? You might throw in, hey, for this Marvel, here's $1 billion. Lexie, you gotta hit me. Give me the opportunity.
She's interested. She's sitting here listening like.
She forgot she had it.
Because you know what? No, Lexie, you know what I'm saying. Lexie, you get what I'm saying. Like,
too, but
right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just wish we used a different.
How am I supposed to
there's
say?
a lot of other.
We hear
things
cheeks,
that
we hear
could've been
Like, I don't want you to
make a decision on.
just don't make a decision.
Right? Like,
Without
there's so many things that could have been offered up, and you
Hold
decided
time.
to.
Hold time.
the whole time, yeah. You know, and there's and there's a whole bunch of women that's like, hey, you didn't even give me the opportunity to be hog-tied. Just offer it and let me say no. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I will. Just offer it. Just offer it.
Back to more important talking points. Back to more.
It's hot.
Just offer it.
Back to more important.
I was like the chat
So,
back.
Gil, you talked about the Lakers starting 5, but let's get into it. So, even before camp started, JJ Redick announced what the starting 5 was going to be: D'Lo, Reeves, Rui, LeBron, AD. And that starting five was 20-10 last season, including the play-in and postseason, going 18-6 in the regular season.
Wait, so that starting five only played 30 games?
So we're getting into it. The Celtics and Nuggets were the only teams that had better records among starting lineups to play at least 20 games together. It took Darvin Ham more than 40 games into the season to finally roll out that lineup.
Okay, what was our lineup anyway? What was the lineup that wasn't this lineup? I don't even know who was on the team.
There was mixing and matching.
Vandy was in there?
But Vandy had foot injuries at various
Okay,
points.
so who went in for them?
It was different
a lot.
pairings.
Like, what the fuck was the lineup for?
Different lineups.
What I'm saying is, what
Rui,
was
because Rui was out for a little
was in
bit.
it.
so he wasn't in the starting lineup then? Like,
Who
that,
else was
what
in there?
that's what I'm saying. What was the
D'Lo coming
lineup?
off
Was
the
it
bench
Cam
for a little
Reddish
bit?
was in for a
Cam
little
was
bit?
starting.
Cam was starting for a little bit.
Oh yeah, that they were doing that defensive
That
team
defense,
shit.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
there we go. It was,
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah.
they were doing
So,
the lineup.
I'll tell you the lineup they started with was AD, LeBron, Torian Prince, Austin Reeves,
Torian Prince.
D'Angelo Russell. Moved Cam Reddish in there for a few
Yeah,
games.
we were like, it was
but
the
Torian
defense.
Prince was kind of dominating that. Max Christie started a few games.
Okay, so they were just, okay.
They were
Christian
mixing
Wood was
and
already
matching.
hurt. He was
So,
hurt the
yeah,
whole
so they were
bunch
just
of
fucking around. Okay.
Vandy started some games,
Yeah, they
and then they rolled that lineup out around like game 42, 43.
But that was when Rui came back from injury, though, right? Because he was hurt.
Guys were dealing with various injuries at different points. But the point being, Lakers fans very, very salty throughout the season that it took nearly more than 40 games into the season to roll that out. They were 18-6 in the regular season. That's when they made that push to make themselves a playoff team. But Rashad, you asked this before, and Gil, I need to know from you: are the Lakers the top 6 team in the West?
With that lineup?
With that lineup that they're rolling out. And that
think of your-
rotation.
think of your
when
rotation.
Christian Wood gets back healthy, Jared Vanderbilt still dealing with foot injuries, ramping up, whatever that means. Because I done seen Lakers ramp up for 2-3 years before they hit the court
So
again.
Vandal's out.
Foot surgeries, he's ramping back up,
Christian
progressing.
Woods is.
Still, I think, dealing with some injury. He'll be back soon, though, allegedly.
Oh shit.
Who the fuck do we have on our team then?
Dalton, West Side Connect gang.
They're
Okay.
playing for sure.
Jackson Hayes will be in the mix.
Jackson Hayes.
I think they're gonna make the playoffs.
Okay. Who else?
Yeah, they'll make the playoffs.
Gabe Vincent is back. Come on, Gil.
I don't know, man. It's just like the league has just become where you can look at rosters, you can be like, they got a chance. Because they got good core players, and then you got a couple guys on the
Who was subbing?
Max Christie's in the mix as well.
So we have a whole bunch of young dudes?
Yeah, Max Vincent off the bench.
So we have basically the Miami Heat that first year.
Yes.
Young, old as hell.
Yes.
But ours is old, young as hell.
So you got Dalton Connect going to sub in for Reed.
So if Bronny gets in the game, there's nobody who we can be like, why?
No. Because Bronny going to have to play the point.
Yeah, he's been running the one, right?
He going to have to. He's
Who's
6'4".
their
Well, no,
backup?
he runs kind of like the two.
Who's their backup?
Who's the backup? That's what I'm saying. Who's the
Vincent,
backup
Gabe Vincent.
shooting guard?
They did
Bronny.
Bronny.
If Bron's on the court with Bron,
Cam Reddish is still there.
but if Bronny's on the court with Bron is running the one.
If Bronny's getting minutes,
Yeah, he's
over
gonna
Cam
run.
Reddish,
But I'm
I
just
feel
figuring
some
out,
type
like,
of
you know what I mean? Like he's a 15 spot,
Because
but
you've had a lot of
who?
opportunities to do something and you didn't. Yeah,
But we got a new coach.
So we don't really have a bench right now.
No.
Figuring it out.
That's our starting five.
And Redick said he wants to kind of hammer down that 9-player rotation. Obviously, still dealing with
rotation.
Fine.
Who's the injured players on y'all?
Christian Wood and Vanderbilt.
Those-
So basically, moving towards the playoffs, it'd be Connect, Christian Woods,
Vando.
and Vando
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah, and Max
with-
Christie will
and
be
Ga-
in.
Gabe Vincent.
What position?
And Gabe Vincent.
Max Christie or Gabe Vincent will be in the mix as well.
1-2.
I think
Christie's-
two.
was it-
Two. I think
He's 21.
Christie's 2.
Yeah, but just got that new deal. They're gonna lean on him a little more.
That's the second five.
So Gabe in the playoffs. So that's our 9 for the playoffs.
Yep.
With Gabe probably playing less minutes because they just moved Austin Reeves to the point.
Nah, Gabe. He needs.
Because of-
you got to showcase him. You got to play
Gabe
him.
not a-
You don't want to keep him. You don't want to keep him. You don't want to not play him. You got to play him at the point.
Especially if you're trying to make some movements. Obviously,
Yeah.
Levine a name to monitor, other things going on.
He got something
Lakers
to
are not
prove,
done.
too.
We have an in-season tournament championship to defend, in case you guys knew.
Who's in the group with
No
the
team has
Lakers?
won back-to-back in-season tournament championships in NBA history.
Pressure
No, we don't
Y'all
feel
got
pressure.
pressure?
We make love to pressure.
I mean, it's.
for the in
You
season?
see, we starting off with this lineup. We're starting off top. Yeah, no.
Let me ask you this though.
I think we can get top 6. Yeah, hell.
Top 6, so we would not have to be in the play-in game.
We've been 7 the last 2 seasons.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah, I forgot we've been 7 the last 2 seasons.
Is the pressure
Moving up one more, huh?
Is the pressure on JJ?
No.
Is the pressure? Hell yeah.
After
You
this,
think?
Whoa. After this preseason? After we've seen...
No, the pressure is on JJ. And the reason why the pressure is on JJ is because he has two entities when you had Kardashian there, right? No. Just think that's a whole different light.
Yeah, absolutely.
That they was not ready for.
Right.
That made too much pressure on the coach. Right, there's outside. Now you have LeBron. You already had dealing with the LeBron machine. His son has he has his own machine. He has a kid machine, plus the video game community, right? He has his own circuit that he brung on a team, right? That's like dealing with one of the ball boys.
Facts.
Right? You had the father's machine, then you had the son UCLA and his.
So is it pressure to
there's
win
pressure
a lot of
of
games, or
doing-
winning or managing?
You're managing the game, and then you're managing the social media influence. Because there's gonna be during moments of the game where all the kids are gonna be doing what? Bronny.
We already saw it in the preseason.
And as a coach, right, you're sitting there like,
What the hell?
not putting them in the game. This is a real game.
I don't think...
Right, this is a real game. And over time, it's gonna affect it, and he's dealing with something that wasn't expected.
Nah, I think JJ at this point right now, he's moved into the Coach K seat. This is the dream job for him. So he's not gonna let nothing fuck this up.
But
at all.
UCLA, USA basketball, 4-time champ coach, 10-time, whatever the fuck he is, right? One game. It took one game where they won the game, but a player didn't play, and he had to change everything up. Everything was changed. Now he got to start him, bench this person, like that was part of the original deal. Coach
Black.
No,
Kerr.
Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr. Oh,
Yeah.
South
Right?
Sudan?
Steve Kerr.
No, he didn't start. He didn't play Tatum. The whole internet
then
blew
all of
up.
a sudden
Oh,
he
Then the
got
next-
fire. Okay.
Then he had to start him this game,
I'm
bench
covered.
somebody that he probably didn't want to bench.
Yeah.
Right. So that entity changed how he coached the rest of the. You have another entity on your bench that you're not expecting to play, but his crowd is going to want it. It's no different than the Caitlin Clark situation. You have an entity that's sitting down there that is sitting there famous as fuck. That's not a normal second-round pick. We know he's not normal because the NBA themselves had a whole draft just for him. You can pretend it was for the other 29 people, but the draft was just for him so you can catch the moment.
Hey, so am I the ringmaster in this situation? Or this circus is going on? Or do I carve out a legacy of my own in this opportunity?
JJ?
Absolutely. Because this is what I'm saying. The pressure on JJ to win right now is not just because you got such and such on your team. It's because the pedigree and the expectation we put when you got hired. You got hired because you're JJ Redick.
They said they had the potential to, they saw him as a Pat Riley type of.
You doing a pod with
figure.
LeBron, you doing all these X's and O's, right? So I'm expecting y'all to be undefeated in preseason coming
Well, it
out the
seems like
gate.
he's not very moved by all
Coming out the gate.
Shall we accomplish what we need to accomplish?
Just saying,
No scores,
I'm
no
saying,
misses.
Undefeated.
My
Whoa.
expectations.
Relax.
You got LeBron and you got JJ at the realms. You got plays that you can run with AD and scoring opportunity. I want to see all this, right?
Yeah, he seems like he's all about hoop.
It's all about who.
Ropa-dopa.
So the pressure is on, though, right? First 15 games of the season, you should be on pace. Listen, no strides.
On pace for what?
It's the Lakers.
In-season tournament champ.
Oh, we got the players and the pieces. We should be. It should be go the way it
What's
should
their
go.
first 10 games?
It should be Dalton Connect, averaging 17 a game.
Who, Connect?
Yup.
Game one, probably the beginning of the second quarter. What you think the Laker crowd is going to start chanting?
Bronny. But Connect should have
Justifiably.
17
The best
in
way
the
for them
second.
to do it is
Connect
for
should
them to
have
sub him
sec-
during a timeout or something.
So Lakers-
So he can just walk
that's-
out.
I'm
So
not
it's
even a
big
Laker
crazy
fan.
But that's what I'm
fanfare,
saying.
but
Dalton
walk
Connect
into
is
the
that
bench,
guy.
to the scores
I'm not
table,
even
all
a
that.
Laker fan.
But what you say? What was your first statement about is Bronny going to get in the game?
I said he's not
Hell
going
no.
to.
Now what happens? That's what I'm saying. What happens when you start chanting? And you sitting there as the new coach. This is your first year trying to coach this team.
What happened?
He better
what
pray
happens
that they blow them out or something.
I
if she asks you to drive the car, right? You don't say no. She asks you every single day until you say yes.
And eventually I gotta put.
Are you gonna keep saying, you know she can't drive? You know this my Ferrari, you know she can't drive, but she asks every day. You can't, just because they telling you to do it, don't put that.
Who's her daddy?
But you.
Because you can get a new Ferrari.
But I'm saying,
Their daddy get you a new Ferrari.
That's what you're forgetting. You're forgetting. The daddy bought the Ferrari. Goddamn it! You go. Hey, the daddy bought the Ferrari, not you.
He can get you 5 more Ferraris.
But that's what I'm saying. So much pressure is on him because he has LeBron James already, and his son is the second most famous person on the team, but he's not the second best player on the team. And I know
Debatable.
the son is not expected to play. I know he's cool right there, but the crowd is expecting him to play.
JJ better ignore that crowd like you was ignoring.
Yeah, you can
ignoring them NC State fans. And
Game one.
all them, you good at ignoring all that.
Okay.
You don't hear nothing.
But that's what I'm saying. Now you got the Quincy kid on there who played 5 years of college basketball.
They sign him?
Yeah, two-way contract, so
player.
spend some time on the squad.
And I can tell you right now, just so you don't want them problems, you can't even have them on the team with Bronny.
Can't at all. That's a battle.
Because every time I put Bronny in the game before him, the crowd will be like,
why him?
All media gonna be like, what the hell?
Facts.
Y'all ain't trying to win. Because we
shit.
know who's the better player right now is. We know it's him. He's played 5 years of college
Yeah.
basketball, and he's shown what he can do. So that means you got to have this entity removed so you don't have that problem.
Facts.
This is more of managing all of the elements around it. This is only a job for a Phil Jackson type.
Yep.
I have a Jordan, I have a Pippen, and then I have a fucking Rodman. I have a fucking Dennis Rodman who we have a game in 5 hours. He ain't showed up, hurt, he's at the ball. Dennis, where you are, we're about to start. I'll be there. I bet. No, don't worry about it, he'll be here. Right? You have so many, that's only a veteran mind, so we're going to see. The court itself is his own thing. It's
Outside. Everything else.
everything else if JJ's ready for it. Hey. This is the biggest circus that's going to be moving right now.
Well, he's ready because he ain't got no choice.
And JJ Redick is in the middle of that motherfucker.
And I'm going to be...
That crock pot, you know what they doing in there? They cooking.
No.
Cooking his ass.
No, you said it wrong. You said it. It's the crock pot. But is he a seasoned cook going by the name of Nana? Or is he JJ Redick and don't know what seasoning put? This ain't no salt and pepper.
But
You can't just put salt and pepper.
But
You need some Lawry's.
It's in a crock pot.
Jeannie,
You're not doing it.
But you don't know
Jeannie
Lawry.
wanna
When
hit.
it's
She
in
done
the crock
tasted.
pot,
She
you're
done
not doing
tasted the
it.
crock
Yeah.
pot. Jeannie must have
Crock
tasted
pot.
the real.
Let it
She
simmer.
like, I don't want this bland
Just let
shit.
it
You gotta have those arms
Yeah,
for
you
this crock
got.
pot.
Yeah.
You gotta have them southern
roosters.
You gotta have them southern roosters for this crock pot. I don't know. He's a vegan. He is too fit for this type of crock pot.
Right. That's why the pressure. Oh, I say the pressure's on.
At least put some paprika
You know
in
who's
there.
cooking that good meal? The arms look like this. Right?
They not buff.
If you ask for some, if you ask for some macaroni and cheese, and somebody with 2% body fat came out there with the plate, you're gonna be like,
It's nasty. I
nasty.
know it's nasty. I know it's nasty.
Your body, you don't even look good enough. You don't even look like you're supposed to have the great mac and cheese.
So JJ signed a 4-year contract with an annual average salary around $8 million per year.
Yes.
That's our analogy.
How confident are we that JJ Redick finishes that contract? He sees the end of it.
JJ?
Finish your
4-year.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be. Yeah, we believe in you, JJ.
Just because. When you're, no.
You see that? You see that? You see what she
I
did
knew
there?
something was going
You see what
on.
she did there?
I knew something
Now
was
I
going
gotta
on.
double down. Fuck them all.
Y'all put Duke and UNC on the
Fuck
same
'em all.
side of the
Yeah, I was
couch.
trying to be culture with it, and she broke it in. So now it's fuck them.
Well, we will find out tonight as the Lakers start their quest to defend their in-season tournament championship, the hardest in-season tournament championship in NBA history. They won this past season. Let's see if they can replicate. But let's move over to the other side. So they face off against the Wolves tonight. So ahead of the start of the season, Wolves superstar Anthony Edwards did a cover story for ESPN with Vikings All-Pro wide receiver Justin Jefferson.
Fire.
So we got the photos.
Fire.
So the photos pay tribute to the legendary photo shoot with KG and Randy Moss back in the day. I like it. I don't know how y'all feel about it. You know, I'm rolling with these dudes. They got dynamic personalities.
I like it.
That's cute.
So Edwards is known for joking and embellishing at times, but he made an interesting comment in his discussion with Jefferson.
I told my buddies, I said, if I win a ring in the next 3 to 4 years, you're not going to football. I'm going to play football.
So Anthony Edwards said, if I win a ring in the next 3 to 4 years, I'm going to play football. How serious do you think Ant-Man is about crossing over
100%.
to play football?
I think he's dead serious.
I think he's dead.
Like in the NFL?
I think he's
Did play in high
100%
school, was a
serious.
standout.
He didn't say he was going to play in a game, but
No,
he would go try. He
think
would go try out or something, or go do some drills and try to show.
Nah, he
somebody
has
a
the
little something.
physique. He will go out there
And he's
try.
competitive, and
Like
he
he's
thinks
going to
good
go do
at-
football and be done with basketball?
Yeah.
No, he was.
So
just
he played
dabble.
when he was younger,
I
didn't
think
play
he
in
would
high
dabble
school.
and then come back.
But we have seen videos of him throwing footballs, going out there doing what he does. He is a dog. Did go to Georgia.
You know this new generation. You know.
Yeah. I think he'll try it, but I don't think he's going to.
But the bigger question,
Meant that.
he said, if I win a ring in the next 3 to 4 years, I'm going to play football. The caveat being, I need to win a ring.
In the next.
In the next
Is he,
3 to 4
is
years.
he going to get that in the next 3 to 4 years to have the option to go play football?
Negative.
Go ahead, bro.
I can tell you right now, the fact that you put that out there, it's over for you.
I was just about to say the same.
He ruined it. He ruined it.
I was
Ruined
ruined
it.
to say the same exact
Championship. We had,
Gone.
And look, we had you slotted to win the shit. The script just
Get him out of
You
here.
want to go?
we
gone.
They made the call.
2026, 27. We had you winning it,
Bro.
No.
Nope.
2030.
You gonna go where? Boy.
We're not having enough. Unless, listen, we know what happened with Jordan. We had to move the goddamn 3-point line in. We damn near had the 3-point line at the free throw
For 2
because
years.
he retired to go play baseball. We're not doing that again.
Who's
So the
man?
fact that you verbally said it, I cannot have you win in the next 2 to 3 years.
Whose man?
And not even come close to winning.
No, not even come call. I'm sending you a message. You better not ever try to go out
First
there.
round exercise.
Think of it like this. Hey, Rudy. Your passport. That shit's been revoked. Get the fuck back to France. Julius Randle. You got traded back to the Knicks.
Back to the Knicks.
And Cat is staying. And Cat is
traded back
staying.
to
That
the
cat
Knicks.
gonna stay.
Shit, Sorry.
He tripping, man. Tripping, man.
He's fun. I mean, he's fun. So, you know,
he's
I like
definitely
it, but,
fun,
you know.
man, but
Yeah.
to put that out there
It
for
is
sure,
gone.
it's like,
Adam Silver done changed the script on you.
He had it.
He said, but
Gonna win. He was gonna win
as our
very
producers
soon.
pointed out, he said, I'm going to play football. He never said NFL. He can go Arena Football League,
Arena
go in the
football,
off season.
flag football.
He can play some flag, you know. I think he's going to be in the Olympics.
in the
2020.
Olympics, yeah.
He go play some flag.
Man. Come on, Ant. We're rooting for
Like,
you.
you know, to be honest, just as a human, you know, I like his personality because he's always upbeat. Everything he does, he always has that upbeat personality. So, you know, it'd be hard for. I don't see him going through one of those drought years where we're questioning his mental. Right? I think, you know, as long as he's healthy, as long as he's moving, you know, he's gonna always have that upbeat personality that just.
Well, those were the
carries.
questions as he came in into the draft. How much was he committed? How much did he actually want to play basketball? I think he has shown that.
He
shown he's a
loved
dog.
hooping.
He loves hooping. He loves
loves
commenting on people shooting for him. He loves trying to lock up Jaylen Brunson. I mean, there's a lot of things he loved doing out there.
I think it's just competing, though. I think he's just one of those athletes that don't even matter. If he was playing soccer right now, he would be hooping the same type of way. Like,
Yeah.
and then in the middle of soccer, he'd be trying to play baseball because he's good at it. He's like, I'm trying to go out here.
He
I'm
says
trying
that
to
in
do
interviews
this.
all the time. He's like, I'm good at every sport.
Good at everything.
Baseball.
And why not try to tackle
Table
it all?
tennis, he told the Olympians who won
I
gold,
whoop
I
you.
beat y'all, yeah.
Well, I've seen Ant play table tennis before.
He ain't
let's
that
just
good?
say,
Shaky? He cappy? Is he cappy? He Mr. Cappy?
we had him go up against a little 12-year-old, but 12-year-old was a ping pong pro.
Fast hitting?
We'll see.
Okay.
Little project we were working on back in the day, but nonetheless,
I'm about to get a ping pong table too. I just got my new little spot. You know, should come.
we got a ping pong challenge for
Yeah,
Girls Arena. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Y'all play
The
pickleball?
work don't play ping pong, bro.
The work do play ping pong
Uh-oh. Let me
all the time.
clear out for this one.
I got it. I got the video.
I hate you, bro. You know how much I hate you?
I got the
They
video.
play it all the time. We just go back and forth.
Just do it live.
Or don't. Or don't.
Don't
Yes.
do it.
No, I'm
Just
Yes. Move on.
We have underdog here. We have underdog in the building right now.
Yes.
We got underdog crew in here. They're about to drop
Just
an
talk about
N-word.
fan page.
They're about to add to the N-word counter.
We've been good with N-words
Can't
today.
give y'all nothing.
I don't know nothing
Sure, you
about
had a
that.
very,
Right?
very eloquent
just
one.
her. Just-
very
just-
meaningful.
I hit
It
Gil.
didn't
I hit
come
Gil
out.
with this
It did.
last
Delivered
episode.
with purpose.
Yeah.
Stop.
All the way to the A.
No.
To the A.
I got to the G, the first G.
GH.
Delivered with purpose.
whoa.
You said
That's $50.
Facts.
All right. Moving on. So season begins tonight. So let's get some predictions of the action tipping off.
Y'all.
Last season, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was voted the Gills Arena MVP. However, the Square Media disagreed. They had to push their narratives that we talked about before, some unnamed sources. Did not put him over the top. So Nikola Jokic was officially voted most valuable player by the Square Media voters. But starting the season now, who wins MVP?
Wait, I
this
thought you
season?
said, no, wait. I thought it was Shea.
I thought it was too.
I thought the media did vote Shea.
No, last season.
Jokic.
We picked Shai during our
Jokic
live
won.
show last year. We said SGA should be the MVP. The media did not disagree. Or did not agree. Jokic won.
Jokic won MVP.
I think he's the favorite to win this season from the Square Media.
He's the favorite this year.
But I'm asking the Gills Arena couch.
Jokic?
No, SGA, I believe.
SJA is the
favorite?
favorite?
From the GM.
Yes, you just said Jokic just now.
Jokic won it last season. So,
So
I'm,
SGA is the favorite this year.
yeah, but SGA was our MVP last year on the Gills Arena couch back in April. Y'all said he deserved to win it for everything he did the previous season.
I said Joker.
Okay, well,
The rest of them.
we will find the tape and
Got to
confirm.
beat Joker out to beat him.
So who wins MVP this season? Luka currently the favorite, Joker in second, SGA in third.
Might be Luka time.
Think so? I
I was.
think it's about time too.
Luka's gonna have the.
If he can have a
just have
season
the
like he
record.
just
just gotta
did.
have the
They gotta
record.
win. They gotta
No,
win.
he won. They won.
They didn't win enough.
They won plenty this year.
They didn't win
I'm-
more
I'm
than
going-
You
OKC.
gotta
They
give it
gotta
to
win
Luka
more than
this year.
I'm going with
OKC.
Tatum.
The number one option,
I
Jason
picked him
Tatum.
last year. So
We're just gonna go by how they've been doing it. They've been doing it so erratic, right? He wins the MVP. Jason, Jaylen Brown wins
What
the
more
Finals
does Jason
MVP.
have to do to win,
I just
though?
think they're gonna just.
It's set
He don't
up-
get all of it.
It's set up for him to get it.
He just gets all these weird ones that don't. He gets this one but don't have that one, right? Win an MVP that you don't got the Finals MVP, right? You just gonna share these. Right?
Yes.
So both your legacies is just like, eh.
Facts.
So Gil, you going with Jason Tatum, Lexie?
Luka.
You going with Luka, Doncic, Rashad? Who wins the MVP this season?
I'm gonna throw a wild card out there.
Brownie.
Jalen Brunson.
Right? It ain't even that wild because we all thought
Wemby.
about it.
You think Wemby, Victor Wembanyama? Why do you think Wemby will win the MVP? He's going to take a big enough leap in year two.
I think Wemby at 21 points a game.
How many
Rookie.
wins?
I ain't even thinking wins right now. I'm
You
thinking
can-
the way I seen CP play with him and what they
They
can
have
do.
to win.
Yeah, you can get some wins.
But you think he's on average 21?
No, last season.
Last season he averaged 21. But I'm saying after seeing that, how he did it with guys who didn't understand how to let, I think it changed.
Now that you're older and wiser,
I think it
you have
changes.
CP.
If he puts the numbers up with the defense and he gets boards, he'll have the same type of numbers Joker has.
You think they'll give him MVP and Defensive Player of the Year?
Hell yeah.
There's gonna be a year where
Because you said by 2026,
I think
by
there
the
is
time he's
gonna be
like
a time he gets
2028, I
both.
believe
But
he
by the
said
time he's like
this year,
24,
though.
25,
It won't
he's
be this
clean.
year.
He's clean
Yeah.
shot.
Defensive player of the year is wrapped from now on. It's
gonna
all
have-
his.
they're gonna have-
no one else is
They're gonna have the Jordan here.
Are you sure?
positive.
What?
Positive.
They ain't gonna give it to
It
Rudy.
was such a clear
way they
sweep
did it
this
with
year.
Rudy,
This
they
year,
have
it was
to.
such a clean
They ain't gonna
sweep.
give it to Rudy.
They can't.
They can't
They
now.
can't. They had to give it to Rudy just so they never give it to nobody else.
It's gonna be the Jordan year where they're gonna be sitting there trying to figure out how to give it to someone else.
Yeah.
Oh, Charles Barkley. Huh? They're number one, and it's Jordan still, right? Ooh, Carmelo. Jordan's number one, and it's Jordan still, right? It's like So there's going to be
One
somebody
week.
who their team was like 6 and then went to 2. And be like,
Yeah.
here you go. We found one.
Wemby is-
Sorry, Wemby.
You can't win 7 in a row. Sorry.
Sheryl, who wins MVP this season?
I want to go with Luka too, but I'm not.
You gonna surprise me with this one.
You know what?
What did he say?
You gonna surprise me with this one.
Who did you say?
Nobody. I'm gonna go with SGA.
Okay, that's a great choice.
That is a great choice.
For some of y'all have shifted off of SGA. I don't know, like the
they
Thunder
did,
aren't going to be
but I didn't.
doing what they're doing. But let's flip it over to the team side of things, Gil. You are a
Hey, who
fool.
did Gil pick?
To Tatum.
Tatum.
Oh, you said
Tatum.
Tatum. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry.
So who's a team with high expectations that will disappoint this season? I have a feeling I know where y'all going. But who is a team with high expectations that will disappoint this season?
Philly.
I thought you were going to say the Boston Celtics. Okay, Lexie,
Why
you're
would I
going.
say that?
Because you know what's coming for y'all.
Oh, it's Philly.
She.
The Sixers.
Yeah.
So you think the injury issues to now start this season are going to spill over throughout the whole season?
I mean, the expectation is to win a championship, right? To them. So,
Philly's in championship mode.
yeah. So, when you have players that can't play back-to-backs and starting the season not healthy, it's very hard to win a championship that way.
Shaw, who you rolling with?
What was the question?
Who's a team with high expectations that will disappoint this season?
That will disappoint?
That will.
I got 2 teams.
Okay.
Don't you dare.
One of them better not be in Los Angeles.
Or Boston.
That plays in Crypto.com Arena, formerly Staples Center.
Phoenix
Okay. Phoenix Suns.
and Milwaukee.
Ooh,
2021 Finals
damn,
teams.
damn,
Okay.
Both have high expectations. Will both disappoint, in your opinion?
Yeah.
damn.
Everybody can't win. Didn't they disappoint last year? You all agree? Did the Phoenix disappoint
For
last
sure
year?
they did.
Phoenix too, right?
For sure they did.
So even if they played well, they got as far as they got, he still disappointed us. And you didn't change anything. So you brought the same team back, same coach back. But you think I'm gonna change my expectation?
Fair. Gil, who's a team with high expectations that will disappoint this season?
I want to say Dallas
You think the Mavs will not?
because
That's
I don't think they're going to.
That's
I
tough.
don't
That's a
think
good
they're going to
one.
win,
That's a
though. But
good
I
I think what happened is
That's
they
not Luka. Like, I feel like-
overexceeded last year to do what they
That's a
did,
good one.
and I don't think they've gotten that much better to sustain what they did last year.
So I think it's
100%.
either Luka MVP or they're going to try and win the championship. I don't think both
See, I-
will be
I-
able to happen. Honestly, I don't think so. The way Luka has to play, how he played last year and didn't win MVP means he has to elevate a little bit. But I don't
Was
know
it
what.
Luka that took him there though? I don't think it was Luka that did it.
Luka did Luka. I mean, it's
I know
Kyrie.
those
Like,
trades were.
Kai stepped
And
up.
those
I
trades
stepped
that
up
they
in
made
Washington,
were-
PJ. Like it was some great.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Some great things happened, and then they just caught a rhythm, became unstoppable. But I don't think they got a lot better to sustain. Going
what
back
you
and being what, third?
I know what you mean. 'Cause
Fourth?
they swap out Tim Hardaway Jr. for Clay.
No, they lost June. They lost
Derrick Jones went to the
Derrick
Clippers.
Jones too. So they lost something. You gained something, but you lost something. And I don't.
Mavs were fifth last season, 50
Yeah,
and
they're
32.
fifth.
That's why I think
So they can go from
Luka,
fifth.
This is the year.
They can go to fifth to play in real quick.
Yeah, he's enough talent to where.
But you're adding.
He's not gonna have
you're-
so much
what-
defensive pressure on
Are we
him
saying
now.
Clay not gonna give us 12?
Yeah,
12 a game?
but Derrick Jones
He's
did.
gonna
and-
give more than 12.
Derrick Jones was like 7 a game.
I don't know.
Derrick Jones stepped up big in the
He's gonna give,
postseason,
like,
though.
I just
16,
You think he can get 16 to 18?
Clay?
easy.
First, yeah, in his sleep.
Easy. He shoot it. I mean, he shoot enough.
Yeah.
I just don't like. They're fifth last year. As great as they played, they can be 7 real quick. Now they're in the play-in game. That's a disappointment from where they went to. Remember, they went to the championship.
But remember, they
So
got
they're
their own
thinking
matchup.
back-to-back champ.
They got their own matchups, though.
But think about where they are mentally. They think they're that good to be there. And
But if you think about their mentality of thinking that, they got there on playing against certain teams who they knew they could take advantage of. If you think about the Western Conference and the top 5, top 6, we know we can beat them. They don't match up. None of the top 5, top 6 match up good with us. We match up worse against the bottom 6 than we do the top 5.
Last year we did.
So now that we got Klay, think about how much different our matchups are. Our matchups are so much different because Klay has respect, more respect than Derrick Jones Jr.
But we gained a shot, but we lost athleticism, right? And that's going to be a key thing. So that it's going to be hard.
Dallas
It's going to be
is gonna
hard
be
to go
tough.
back to like this is in. Their expectations is getting at least back to the Western Conference Finals, which I don't see.
Facts. It'll take.
Right, you're not facing the same Minnesota team.
No.
It's a different team now.
And the Denver Nuggets too.
Yeah.
Denver.
Okay,
much
Steve,
of
So who you
motivated.
going with? Dallas?
I'm going with Dallas.
Sure, how about yourself? Is that your team? You could pick the same thing.
Yeah, well, it's Dallas or Philly. I'm gonna roll with Philly.
Yeah. That's the most obvious one, right?
Right now, right now is
we can look at them and be like, y'all let go do it.
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, I need right now, give me your NBA Finals predictions. Lexie, we'll start with you. We'll work our way around the couch.
Damn.
Like who's gonna win?
Who's going to be in the finals?
The Boston Celtics will win
Against who?
against the Timberwolves. Boston and Mini finals.
Boston, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Shot.
Boston.
Knicks,
really.
Minnesota.
Ooh, okay. Teams that made the trade.
Yeah.
Gil, yourself.
You got the Knicks going to the finals?
Yeah.
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 I got Boston.
How deep the New York shit run, man.
You got Boston and who?
Gil, say it loud and
I don't
proud.
understand.
Say it loud
You
and
know what
proud.
I said? I said the Lakers. I said
Lakers?
Boston and the Lakers.
Boston and the Lakers.
Boston and the
Lakers
Lakers.
versus
I'm gonna
Celtics.
say it with my chest.
Hey, that's
I see no issue.
That's a real fan.
No, that-
Quality choice.
Hey, that'd be crazy. That'll be
Cheryl, last but not least, for yourself.
Lakers go to the championship.
Yeah,
Ronnie's rookie year.
Amazing.
What?
Storybook.
To go against
know-
the Celtics?
Storybook.
Are you
And then
serious?
win. First
then
father,
serious?
first father, son duo to win a championship
Nah,
together.
bro.
What?
Nah.
What?
The real
And then
what?
LeBron retires.
The official
Oh.
championship.
I just
This
made-
is
storyline.
I just made $1 billion for you, Nike.
Yeah, the storyline
done.
sounds good.
That's crazy. That's a real movie
And then-
right there. That's a
then-
movie.
When
Sure, give me
LeBron
yours.
wins the championship, he's gonna be like, "This is it. I'm done."
Yeah, I know you're gonna retire right then and there.
I think New York gets a double this year with the Liberty and the Knicks.
Let's go! Let's go, Sal! Let's go! Double
I
double!
don't like it, but
Double double!
Cheryl, this
And
will be
Minnie.
your last show
And
on
Minnie.
Gil's Arena. We appreciate you for everything that you have done for
Let's
us.
go, Steve!
You have
Let's go, Steve!
Cheryl, we got a tribute video for you. We're about to play right now. Just as a thanks.
Let's go.
As a thanks for all your time.
Yes,
it's something about I think
it feel right.
New York.
It just feel right. It's New York.
New York's year.
No, it actually.
I don't like it.
Minnesota's year.
On that note, let's move to MostlyFans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Presented by Underdog.
I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, rewind.
And New York.
Download the
And
app.
I
Use
did not
promo
like
code
it at
Gil.
all. I had to
Get 1,000 in bonus cash and a special pick 'em.
Yankees too.
Stop all that.
Dodgers, Yankees. Are you serious?
Shohei.
Dang. That's
Shohei the money.
You know that
New
dude
York.
named the judge,
Sports.
the judge, jury, and the executor.
that's gonna be ugly too if it
Got
happens.
like that.
We got bullpen games coming for that ass.
Yeah.
We got-
yeah, Derek Jeter and them.
Get a starting pitcher with
Let's
all
go.
this bullpen shit.
Let's go. Roger
All right.
Clemens and them.
Question from Underdog user King Shock 82. What NBA star is more marketable? Ja, Wemby, or Ant-Man?
Man, that's
Damn.
Hey, that's
Currently?
This is season tempo. We coming with the question. I'm gonna read it again. What NBA star
Damn.
is more marketable? Ja, Wemby, or Ant-Man?
Ant-Man, I think.
What do you consider more marketable?
Yeah.
who you can sell your.
Who unnamed sources are not
most
Texas
secret
Human
is
Express.
Ja.
Are you selling the NBA?
You're selling the image
Of the
everything they bring.
Right now,
Are you selling the NBA
I don't know
though?
right
What do you
now.
To the consumer. What are we selling the consumer? The NBA?
Their image, their
Yeah,
swag.
Or our own individual, his own personal. Because he like working for, he's selling a shoe.
NBA market, like if you're a business, who
they all
are you
got
going
shoes,
after?
they all got
who looks
merch,
like they
they
can sell your
all-
product the most?
Yeah, it could be very different.
I'm gonna go Ant-Man. He goes to a broader market.
I'm going that Frenchie.
See,
Sacré bleu.
Because I was thinking globally too with Wemby,
Well,
but
you can't teach kids how to be 7 foot.
No, but his mannerisms,
that's not what you're
it's like he
marketing.
already knows the business.
no,
Ant-Man,
you're not marketing.
right, but it's
that
like,
when
that's
you
again,
hear him
he's like
talk,
a
he knows-
businessman, but like Ant-Man is like fun.
Wemby's
he
fun
is
too.
fun, but when you
He's not
No,
as
Wemby's
to his
fun as
point,
Ant-Man.
Wemby's cool.
He can
not
speak
as
a
fun
different language. Like he's
He's not as fun as
Ant-Man
Ant-Man.
sitting there, man, with the shades on, man. What buddy talking about, man? Like what?
Wemby's on GQ. Like he's just in a different league. He reminds me of like the Tiger Woods. Like it's that he's in
He's
that
like elevated.
Yeah,
Ant-Man.
he's in the elevated, more prestige type of.
Bougie. He's bougie. Ant-Man is hood. And so is Ja. But I think that Ant-Man is
I agree with that.
is a hood professional. He's like the professional hood. He's the professional hood dude. So he shows up in the hoodie.
No,
and-
he still knows how to
but he still know how to talk on the
conduct
camera. But he got the bands in his
100%.
pocket. They leaking out.
Ant-Man can get into Nobu.
Yes.
He can get in there. Like he knows how to
In
get
his
in
sweats.
there.
But the kids
Yeah.
want to dunk and jump.
He's using a
Yeah,
fork.
but Wemby's
He's using a
he don't
fork
have
at
all the
Nobu, though.
Wemby's Nobu is just
in the back of his house.
it's the black one where there's only 12 people that get one. Right? There's only like, you know what I mean? Like
It's exclusive.
so exclusive.
Right.
Right? And that's the one he can get into. He's gonna get there's things that's gonna be given to Wemby that no one else can get.
It's gonna be a little bit cleaner in there when we eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit cleaner. No flies and none of that. We go into the.
It's gonna
we
be,
going
you know
soul
what I mean?
food.
Like it's only
Ant-Man.
those doors
still
only
go
open for
Ant-Man, though.
a few people. Like it's the Kobe door and then the AI door. It's two different doors.
Yeah, I think Ant-Man is in the AI door
Yeah.
for sure. But I think so is Ja.
Ja is definitely in
But
there.
I don't think that Wemby's
They
in the
don't.
Kobe's door because I don't think Kobe was that level. I think Wemby's like more more.
I think Kobe grew into that.
Yeah,
No,
And he
no,
arrived
he's
that
already
way.
over there.
Nah,
Yeah, he's
Kobe
already
was
over
in the door. They kicked him out.
Yep.
He knocked his ass back up in that door.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
Where you talking about the SPs, you're talking
Yep.
about he got back in that. He got back in that.
GQ,
Yeah.
all that. Yep.
Yeah, I'm
So,
going Ant-Man.
Like we're A-Rod. It's just a different. You know what I mean? It's just.
Gil, got some great news for you. We had 30,000 fans in the chat today watching Gil's Arena presented by Underdog.
Hey,
That's not the great news.
come on now.
Great news. We don't got to leak that sex tape now. We got the numbers. We did it. We are
sex
good
tape?
to
Y'all
go.
got a sex
We are
tape?
good. What? No. Shut. Come on, man. I'm just here to host. You know I'm merely a host.
Just hearing what y'all sound like. What
We was
the hell?
gonna, we was gonna have to leak one to get them numbers back.
What's going on today?
We don't have to do it.
Lexie,
It
why
gets
are
out.
you late with that thing?
We appreciate you to everybody who pulled up to support the show for the NBA season tip-off. Sure, we appreciate having you this week.
Get away
I
from
give people opportunity to explain themselves.
No, so you jumping to conclusions. I was on your side all show.
Give Joe the
I was
floor
trying to
on that
figure it
one.
out. I'm like, what is
Sure, we appreciate you pulling up this week for the first time season through.
Mine to drop.
Lexie,
around podcast?
I'll leak your tape.
like and
Do it.
subscribe to the Move Around podcast.
That was my best performance.
And we've got Dwight Howard pulling up to the arena tomorrow, so make sure you tune into that. We will recap all the games.
Hi.
Another legendary show.
I'm
But this
Larry.
has been another
I'm Larry,
Gil's Arena
baby.
presented by Underdog. What? We will see y'all tomorrow.
Smoke.